93, be real. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I like it.
I'm like, be real right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's here.
It's here to stay, baby.
You gotta grow it
At
first.
least you got it.
And that's why it's there.
At least you got it.
I said, shit, if I could grow it, I'm gonna do it.
I envy you.
Like motherfucker, I never seen your hair that long.
I didn't know it was this long.
Jennifer, I don't see you in that seat. You might want to sit in that corner or no, for now.
For now?
Or do you want me to put it on you and Vinny there? And then you'll...
Oh, you got a camera right there.
Well, Ricky's not doing anything over there. Put him to work. I'm just joking.
There,
Look at his face.
Ricky's drinking a beer, okay? I'm busy.
He's all hunched out.
Damn you, bitch, I'm not doing anything.
All right, we got 2 minutes, 44 seconds.
Look at Ricky over there.
So
drinking his beer.
Bar. I don't know if that's
Craft
true
beer.
or not.
I'm judging.
There is an open bar.
Oh, yeah. Do it for
we need some drinks in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Out there, huh? 2 minutes and what?
Oh, man.
You may have a drink. If you would like a drink, you may have a drink.
Okay.
There's a bar out there, and there's beer, and I brought pops and snacks.
Not that I'm going to go crazy or anything, but, I just want to
Yeah, if you want to loosen up a little bit and have a drink.
You know what I'm saying?
Lions won.
Well, that might be for a beer right there. You might have convinced me.
Cocktail right there. Lions won.
Because we're going to talk about this BBW night.
Oh, yeah.
To me.
Did you go? Nick, did you go?
I didn't, and I'm disappointed.
I didn't either. I was going to go.
So you need to rename these.
Okay, do I?
Unless you're going to remember every week what these
I know, I just made them, so.
Oh, okay.
One of them's like, hi, daddy. The other one's like, hey, big titty bitches.
What up, man?
That's what you got to name them, though. It's like the little...
Big titty bitches, yeah,
like
for
whatever.
sure.
Yeah.
Detroit's back.
All right, we got 1 minute and 36 seconds.
Oh, man, that's all it takes.
So what you should do is when you're in your last song, flip it to manual,
Mm-hmm.
and that way you don't run the risk of going into your next song in your queue.
Okay.
When you're ready to start, you hit lock talk, and then all of your mics are hot.
Okay.
Okay.
I know where the mute buttons are.
Yep. What is your swear level on your show?
I mean, I don't want a whole lot of swearing.
All right, so
I mean,
we're gonna
it's
try.
be hard.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try and halt the swears.
It's gonna be really hard.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try. We have 1 minute.
Yeah.
Unless somebody raps or
gonna
something.
It'll be hard, but it's doable.
Let's try not to drop F-bombs and be disrespectful because sponsors don't want to pay for that.
Right.
So that's what we're gonna say right there. Is this.
Therein lied my problem.
And we're gonna go live
for
at
many years.
45.
Alright. Make
Make
sure you put your mic by your mouth, Vinny, so you're just not talking. Like, hey, how's everybody doing?
Okay.
Alright, he's
Here.
Please help him.
How many years have I known you? Please help this man.
I know.
He's like the
Since what?
85-year-old grandpa in the corner.
20. All right, ready, everybody? 25 seconds.
Alright, we're ready.
I'm not 85 yet. 25 more years.
84.
Here we go.
All right, we have 5 seconds.
What up, Detroit? It's your girl Snow Bunny, and Detroit's back live on PodcastDetroit.com. We got a full house tonight. Say hello, people.
Hey. As a matter of fact, let's do this right now.
What? Oh! That's the second most popular sound in the world.
Exactly.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheerio.
Oh, what is the first? It sounds better when Snow Bunny does it.
That's what they all say. So we're live. I'm bringing it back old school, where it all started, really. So let's introduce the lovely lady engineering the show tonight, K-Hub.
What's up, Detroit?
Ow! So K-Hub, thanks for hitting me up about coming on PodcastDetroit.com and letting me bring the crew.
Well, you gotta bring someone with you. You can't do this alone.
Oh, I know.
think she could, actually.
Yeah, I have talked to myself many a shows.
I have done the same on my.
Yep.
Many times.
Many times at the Russell on Raw Radio X when the guests are like, we can't find your building.
Yeah.
I'm going live.
Or when they're just like, we're not
gonna
going
make
in there.
it.
We're
Yeah.
not going in
We're
there.
very afraid.
I'm going in there.
I brought another show over here. Jake from Eyes Once Mine, heavy metal band. He does a show here.
Who?
Jake.
Jake.
Yes.
Heavy Metal Jake.
Heavy Metal. I know
don't
there's
know-
several.
I don't know
That's a
who the hell
good.
that
That's
is.
a good name. Heavy
Um,
Metal Jake.
But he does a show here now too, and he remembers being on the corner with K-Hub at Raw
Yeah.
Radio X.
Oh, shit.
And this is a bunch of white boys, and they were so afraid. They're like, "You really go there every Monday? You do your show from there?" I'm like, "Yes, amidst the goat slayings and
Oh man.
tidal waves and
And porn studios down the hall.
yeah." And what about the man who was on the run from stabbing the sheriff in the neck?
yeah.
He was hiding
yeah.
out
The
on
Rust,
Monday.
the best
Yeah.
place
And
on
remember,
earth.
I came to your house mad because I wanted to go do my show.
Yeah. Well,
Aw.
They
I
wouldn't
remember
let
that.
you.
I'm Detroit tough man. I was born and raised.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
they wouldn't
yeah.
let her do it.
And of course, we got one of the OGs, Ricky Rocks.
Wow, it's the first time anybody's ever called me an OG of anything.
Man, how long ago was that when you engineered my first show?
Oh,
Like 4 or 5 years ago? Was it that long?
yeah.
2013.
Well, my daughter's 4, and I quit doing
Yeah,
Raw Radio
yeah.
X right when she was born, so probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
A long, long time
Yeah.
ago. So what are you doing, Ricky? You're in a
Uh,
band?
No,
You're in a couple bands?
Yeah, I retired from the radio thing. Just a dramatic cluster F. So
I thought you had your show back.
No.
He did for a
I did
minute.
for a little
Yeah.
bit, but I quit. It was horrible. It was a bad time. So I
Where were you at?
Diffused
Oh.
in Mount Clemens
Okay.
in Southfield for a minute.
Right
and
on.
yeah, I quit that, and I'm just gonna play bass again. So now I'm in 2 bands and just playing bass. And then once in a while I come out of retirement to do things like
Well,
this.
you know where I'm at now.
Yeah, I know where you're
So
at
you
now.
can just show up and cause a ruckus.
Well, there.
We might
all
not let
right.
him in every week.
Poor Ricky, he's already getting shut down.
I know. I'm getting
Once-
fired from a
once a
network
month.
I'm not even on.
This is internet radio.
I know. And then we got this guy. You all know and love Vinny Rico
Hey.
for his short
thank
attention
you.
span.
Thank
But
you.
we
What?
love you. Your
What?
short attention span.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've known
Amongst other
Vinny,
short things.
Oh!
I've known Vinny Rico longer than I've known anyone in this room.
Really?
No.
Yes, I have.
And you still
Well,
do.
me and her just met,
and you
so, yeah.
still do.
Really?
I met you through Luch.
Dan Colucci?
Yeah.
Dan Colucci.
Uh-huh.
I gotta take off my glasses for this. How do you know Dan Colucci?
He's how we met back in like '08.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
When he was doing the tantric thing.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Back in the
Oh,
day.
wow.
Vinny, I'm disappointed you
forgot.
don't
I'm
even
sorry.
remember. If this
I'm
was a
an old
cussing
man.
show, I would say the words.
I'm an old
He doesn't
man. I
remember
get to
anything
slip a
ever,
little bit.
Ever.
08, so almost 10 years I've known you.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Colucci. Man.
So Vinny, what are you doing these days?
I am on Hear It Nation, the
Mm-hmm.
station. I got my show every Sunday right before yours.
Uh-huh.
And my co-host right here, product from the
What's
D.
up?
And
What up, what up?
that's
Gangster.
what I'm doing. I'm just
Rata.
you know.
So what's up
Keeping
with
it
that
going.
killer neck tattoo you got going on
Oh,
since I seen
yeah.
you?
Oh,
Yeah. I
What a
just got
G.
it.
Who gets
Wow.
look
Yeah.
at that.
wow.
Vinny
Yeah, it's
Rico
not
got
done
work.
yet. It's not done
Did
yet.
that hurt?
Yeah, it hurt.
I have a lot of tattoos. I'm not
Yeah.
ever going to get tattooed
well,
there.
yeah,
Hell no.
it
Where
hurt.
else are you tattooed, Vinny?
I don't want to know.
I'm not
Yeah.
tattooed in a lot of places. Just like my upper
Just the
body.
important
My
places.
my upper body. No, those are pierced. All that shit.
Oh.
I know.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is
Ermagerd, Ermagerd.
This is
TMI.
TMI for
No,
a
don't
Vinny.
ask. Don't ask. Don't tell.
Okay, I want to ask some more questions.
Please.
And another person we have tonight, Nick Speed.
Hello there.
What's up, Nick Speed?
Can we curse? You
Yeah,
damn
just-
right you can curse.
You know, we're gonna steer clear from the F-bomb.
Okay. I knew I could say that.
Is somebody's watch going off? Because I hear it. Oh, you're fired, bro. You're so fired.
First show
That was
out.
not
Hey, my
Okay.
show.
Put
hey,
baby in
hey,
the corner.
My show's from
Nobody
5 to
gets baby.
7. I'm sorry. Like, my shit
He had
after
an
that.
alarm set
He
so
did,
you
it's
can
okay.
get it together.
It's okay. Good
It's
job.
okay.
So what's up, Nick Speed?
How you feel?
Man, I feel good.
That's what's up, Snow Bunny.
I thanks for the drops that you let me record at your
No
studio.
problem. Welcome back.
Thank you. You're,
Detroit's back, baby.
Detroit's back.
Oh!
Oh, there he goes. First swear word already slipped it
I
away.
wanted to say
Someone
the
hand me
first
the bell.
time.
Hand me the bell.
Oh
Hand me the
man.
bell.
Are you gonna hit
I
me
want
with
the
that?
other bill.
Bell.
Can I get the other bill?
Oh man.
Pass
That
the
one's
bell.
Oh, there's like three
I
bills.
meant it as a female dog, I swear.
Oh, there's another bill there too.
Yep.
Yeah, come
I'm
on.
the
Bring it over to daddy.
I'm the
I can't even give it to you.
Not you. Not you.
I
I didn't mean that.
to you now.
I didn't mean that
You know
for you.
what I'm saying?
I was talking.
You got me-
never mind,
you got me
never
all
mind,
messed
never
up
mind.
and shit.
I get it.
I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah, really cross
Okay,
me.
okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Ooh.
I done messed up. It's my
Yeah.
show. It's okay. Female dogs everywhere.
Everywhere.
No jobs for everybody.
Everywhere.
Is that the first time on this network
Yes, it
that
is.
that's been said?
Yep,
Nice.
it is.
Get
One
used
of
to it,
many. Let's get
peeps.
the tally.
Yeah.
That's what we really need the bell for.
Perfect.
Yes. That's why I like
Makes
being
everything
here.
good.
Oh yeah. So Nick Speed, you've been working with Alexis.
I have.
You've been
Alexis
working.
Salon.
You've been working with Sue.
Super MC, yeah.
Who else you been working with?
Damn.
I've been working with, you know what? I can't say everybody who I've been working with
Okay.
because it hasn't been announced.
Yeah.
The 7th?
But, yeah, 7 in general, Deciphered, that's what's going on right now.
Yeah,
You know what I
go
mean? We
check
got some big things going on in the future for 2018 that we'll speak on a little bit on the next show that I come on.
Okay. Okay.
But as far as right now, what we're doing, Deciphered, Jenny Risher.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so this is an exhibit that's at the Detroit Institute of Arts.
Mhm.
It's going to be going on until February.
I went to it. It's
I've
awesome.
seen it.
Yeah,
it's
it's nice.
amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We get 3,000 people every week
Oh, wow.
at the Detroit Institute of Arts, and it's free for anybody who lives in Macomb, Wayne, or Oakland counties. So you have no excuse to go see it. You know, you got to go down there and check it out.
Don't they
And
got a
it-
book?
They do have a book, and it's coming out, and yeah, I'll be part of that box set. So when you get that box
Yeah,
set,
right on.
you'll be getting my vinyl record, which Alexis Salon is on, and
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
and like 59
Yeah.
other people.
That's what's up.
59 other people
Little
probably.
Detroit hip hop.
You know, it's basically like 4 albums in one. You know, I put my heart and soul into that. It's kind of like a resume. You know what I'm saying? As far as my Detroit resume, kind of. You know what I mean? It has some of everybody from Payroll to Elzai to Danny Brown
Heck yeah.
Nice.
to Electrifying Mojo, George Clinton,
Good stuff.
Juan Atkins. I mean, you name
Juan
them.
Atkins.
Yeah, Juan
He's
Atkins
the
is
man.
he's one of my
He's
mentors.
original. Oh,
He's one of my mentors. You know what I mean? Like, just even before I knew him, he was one of my
Wow.
mentors.
The techno dude,
The
right?
techno
the
guy.
originator.
He
The
originated
originator.
techno.
Yes.
I know.
And as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, just as a side note, my biggest show ever
Yeah.
was with Juan Atkins.
Really?
We headlined the Movement Festival. You know, it takes place at
I
Hot
went
Plaza.
to that.
Isn't that the cats
yeah.
who used to wear the bandanas so you wouldn't know who they were? Is that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guys?
yeah. Underground Resistance. Yeah,
absolutely.
they started that.
Absolutely. I
They started
remember
that.
going to see them downtown
Yeah.
when Demph was nothing.
Right. And
Hardly anybody showed up.
exactly.
So
Yes.
I
Yeah.
I know
Oh, shit.
when Demph originated, Ian Marston, the man who started it,
Yeah, yeah.
was a great friend of mine.
Really?
Yeah, he passed away from cancer, but yes,
Oh.
in the early '90s, he was the one who started
Oh,
Demph.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what?
learn something new every day.
In my opinion, I grew up going to Def. Like,
Yeah.
When it was free.
yeah.
Yeah,
When
it
it
was
was free.
free.
It became
Yes.
my favorite festival. Like
Yes.
before that, it was the African World Festival, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they used to sell shea butter and little necklaces and shit. Right. But see, like they used to have like little mixtapes, and you know, it's kind of like pre-internet kind of. You know what I mean? I was like high school, middle school,
Yes,
and
the
shit.
mixtapes.
You know what I mean? They had the mixtapes, the African guys selling
Yeah.
the mixtapes and shit. And that was like my connection to like New York hip hop and shit like that. Because they would have like Funkmaster Flex and
Yeah,
DJ
absolutely.
Clue and all of these. You know what I mean? So it was really dope. But I heard a lot of songs early, and I witnessed a lot of Detroit 8 Mile style battles at Hart
Yeah,
Plaza.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to the Movement Festival, man.
Absolutely.
And shout out Juan Atkins and everybody that was
Shout
on
out Juan.
Decipher for real. Like Jenny Risher did a great job. She did 100 pictures, over 260 artists featured in there, and I was privileged enough to do the soundtrack or the accompanying music. So it's kind of like a 3D experience when you go into the DeSalle Gallery in the Detroit Institute of Arts.
Yeah.
And my music is playing on a constant loop. So I made an original album, hour-long album with 39 songs on it. and
You
it
gotta
features.
you gotta be proud of yourself, bro.
Yeah, you
I
know,
mean,
it's like
that's
it.
all.
You
If
know
you
what?
have not seen the experience, you have to go.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got to. I
Yeah,
got to.
yeah, you really
Oh, I'm
should.
going to.
You have
Yeah,
until
definitely
February.
need-
It'll
Yeah.
make you emotional. You'll be
Yeah.
like, wow.
Well, and you
Because-
won't believe the amount of talent that is
Yeah.
behind the art, the music.
Oh yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I hope it does, but I don't think it'll be done
What
again.
is he doing?
We're
You
looking
know.
at these memes we got. It's got all three of our names
I
in
wish I
it.
knew how to make memes.
Yeah.
I would do that shit all day long.
And make money.
But that decipher I heard from Hex Murder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he said, you know what I mean? He said that was good shit. He's
Oh, yeah.
in it, Royce is in it.
And look, if Hex Murder says it, it's
Yeah.
official.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boom.
Shout out to Hex. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I'm just sitting here like, I've heard of George Clinton.
Hey,
All
look.
those guys just been like, no idea. Zero idea. I'm like, oh, George
It's
Clinton,
not
all right.
No, you're
Go
lying.
down
No,
to
I
the
literally-
DI and learn a
But
little
that's
bit.
the whole thing is that it'll be somebody that you know.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody that you know will be in there.
It's like, okay,
Whether
I know
it's-
what Parliament Funkadelic
Right,
is.
Yeah.
right. And
But you
then,
probably know 6 or a dozen people
Yeah.
that are featured
Yeah.
in this thing at DIA. That's what I
Exactly,
heard. That's what I
exactly.
heard.
and then
And
the
the
whole,
guitar players.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of them play guitar actually. You know what I mean? They might not showcase it as like their main talent, but a few of those people I know for sure play guitar.
hey
Oh,
Nick,
really?
give Ricky and Karen. I don't think they're familiar with you. Give them some of your background of some of the stuff you've done, and your history, how your dad's like
Yeah.
worked on BET
Yeah.
and all the
Oh,
things
no
you've
shit.
done for.
So-
Nick's got a great story. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's everybody has their own story, right?
Right on,
Okay,
sure.
so my story is I was born in Los Angeles, you know what I mean? And then we moved to Washington, D.C. because my dad ended up working for BET when it first started. So we all know BET,
Damn.
Black Entertainment Television.
Yeah.
So my dad actually brought music videos to BET. It was just old black and white movies previous to that. So
Wow.
you have to think back in like 1983 or something like that. It was MTV was the only thing that was out, and they were like not showing any black videos. I think Thriller was about to probably
Yeah,
come out.
yeah, that was
So that might have been like one of the first
Aerosmith
black videos
and
that they
shit.
showed.
Yeah.
Right, Walk This Way and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So like at that same time, my dad was putting on for Prince and Sade and all of these greats.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And he was putting them on TV. George Clinton, Atomic Dog, Fat Boys.
Blowing them up.
Yeah, blowing them up.
Blowing them
Boys
up.
are back, and they can never be.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like I grew up off of all of this great music. My dad directed what's the name of that? What's that song? Patrice Rushen, Forget Me Nots. My dad directed that music video.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So this is crazy. So I grew up, in that, and then I ended up getting on the radio when I was like 4 years old. Met the president of the United States, which
What?
was Ronald Reagan.
What?
At 4 years old.
Yes.
What?
They,
Flexed his
no.
That's why I got him on the radio.
They know
He's
drugs.
been on the radio since he was 4.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is my
With
real
Easy
story.
E?
You
Did
know
you
what I
meet him
mean?
with Easy?
You said, did he what?
Did you meet him with Easy E?
I did meet Eazy. I met Eazy.
But
I know I
Eazy-E
seem too
had,
young to
Ronald
meet Eazy, but I
Reagan.
did meet him.
Yeah.
I met Ronald Reagan and Eazy. That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
crazy.
You blowing my mind.
Hey,
Shit.
and I did all that
I'm gonna
before
go kill
like
myself
12.
now.
Yeah.
I did all that before 12, yo.
When did you get to Detroit?
6 years old. I got here at 6
Okay.
years old. My mom is from Detroit. My grandfather passed away. We moved here. Next thing I know, I was going to kindergarten. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, well, actually, it wasn't kindergarten. It was like first, second grade. But anyway, I just started going to school here. And then, the biggest lesson in life was like all that shit I did, met the president. Them motherfuckers ain't care. Oh, I'm sorry. But they did not care.
Son of
That's actually
Hey.
not that bad for the show.
Hey, they showed
Yeah.
didn't care. It was like, so?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like I had to just be a cool person. You know what I mean? So I learned that, and then eventually I started making my own mixtapes and all of that, and then
Yeah.
I ended up making beats for 50 Cent. Went platinum. Actually,
no
this is my
shit.
12th year anniversary of being
Aren't you triple
in the music.
platinum?
I am triple
Triple
platinum.
You like that shit, platinum records?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Damn.
That's what's up.
And that's
Nick, I
not-
never knew
Yes.
that, bro.
Yeah, for
Never
sure.
knew
That
that.
was
Next
like my
week,
first song that I ever
triple
put out,
platinum.
major label,
Yeah.
went platinum in like probably
What
2
song
weeks.
was it on
It's
there?
called What If on Get Rich or Die Trying
Yes.
soundtrack.
Yes.
No
50 Cent, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
2005.
wow.
That's
It
what's
came out
up.
November 2005.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, when they played it for me over the phone, I just heard my life changing. Like, it was like pages of a book just turning, like,
Yeah.
wow, like,
Yeah.
this is me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you know how like a crackhead just chased that high, like, oh,
No,
I gotta get that back.
I do not know that. I don't know that.
What is he referring
What do you remember, dude?
But I'm saying, like, you know how they say, like, you know, anyway, you chase this same thing over and over, you feel me? So it's like,
Yeah.
I always want to get with a new artist that's going to have the same type of impact in the world. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I had the chance to work with 50 Cent at his height. He was literally the biggest thing in music, not just rap.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
He changed it.
For him to call his album "Get Rich or Die Trying," and he got rich.
He was
going
gonna do it.
Right.
He was doing it.
And then I'm actually associated with that.
With
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hey, I ain't
It's
got no
amazing.
tattoos, but I was thinking
It's
about getting it
amazing.
tatted on me. Like, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Get the name of the song.
Yeah, but
Right.
he made
What if?
he made New York motherfuckers like start rapping gangster and shit. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
I'm putting this guy's corner. He's fired. Vinny,
Wrong with
It's
you?
a lot
I'm
of
not allowed to
rules
bring
here.
anybody anymore.
The only
My bad.
rule is no cussing.
There's only one word,
Now, when
guys.
you
Come on.
take people,
My
when you
bad.
take people straight off the streets of Detroit, now, you know.
I know I came from
I'm
there.
sorry.
I grew up there.
I know,
born
right?
and raised
So you
there.
struggling the same way we do.
I know.
On the playground is where she spent most of her days.
Oh my God. Bing bing.
Damn.
That's about as hip hop as I get. I know some
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Hey, no, you slid right in there, Ricky. Good
Good
timing.
job.
So why don't you tell us about, speaking of upcoming artists, we got Alexis Salon and you're working, you guys are working together.
Yes,
so,
we are. Yes,
so
we
let
are.
us know. Give us the lowdown. You guys are putting something out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
I want to hear about that.
so let's
And I
start-
want to hear about the overseas stuff.
yeah.
Okay, I want
Everything.
let's hear it.
So I went overseas like almost a year ago, like for the first time, and it was just amazing. Like I hit like 9 dates. So we went country to country. Some places it took like
That's the
12.
first time you went, right?
That was my first time. Even though my music had been over there already, and like I actually had a #1 album over there, and I didn't have anybody I didn't know anybody over there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta get
What are you
over
gonna
there.
do? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, how do I find somebody overseas? Like I don't know. I'm just
How
gonna
did you
pull
do
up.
it? How did you do it?
So
I'm gonna pull up.
Right. So my homie
Pull up on
Elizai,
me.
who I grew up
Pull
with,
up
you
on
know,
me.
he actually had a tour coming up, and he was like, "Hey man, I want you to be my DJ. I always told you,
Dope.
I always told you that I wanted to be like the first person to take you overseas. So we about to do this." So he took me over there, and it was just the incredible, most greatest experience I could. I think about it every day, really. You know what I mean? It's like flashbacks of like Austria and Germany and stuff.
England.
Oh yeah, England, London.
Yeah.
We was over there.
Wow.
It was amazing. Like it was this one little jewelry store in London. I was like, Slick Rick had to come here.
Got all the shit.
He got all this
Stuff.
shit from here, yo. Okay, so like it was crazy, but speaking of Alexis Salon, we actually have like the only video off of the Deciphered album so far is the song called Deciphered, which
We
Alexis
got
Salon.
the theme song. Yo, we got the theme song to
Yeah.
the whole
Oh,
project.
I've
Let's
seen the
just say
video
that.
too.
Yeah.
We at almost 140,000 views right
Oh,
now for
shit.
Decipher, the video.
Yeah.
Directed by
Awesome.
Everett Stewart, the
Yeah.
most talented, and Miss Jenny Risher herself. We are the only group to shoot a video in the DIA.
Ever.
Yeah.
In the history, DIA been around since the 1800s.
Yes.
How'd you get in?
Jenny Risher.
Jenny
Yeah.
Risher.
Nobody
The
tells
front door.
Jenny Risher no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know the front door.
Hey, you see what I'm saying? And I knew the security people and all that. They was not about to let me shoot a video.
No. It was part of the project, right?
Yeah.
The
It was.
Decipher
It was. So
project.
the fact that we was able to actually come up with a exhibit and everything, they was like, okay, well, this might help the museum
Let
or
him do
whatever.
it. Yeah.
And it's
But
a great video.
they-
It's classy.
Yeah.
The music's
Is it on
good.
YouTube right now?
Yeah.
It is. It's on YouTube.
What's the name of
It's
it?
called Decipher.
Decipher?
Yeah.
Go
Look
to
up-
the DIA website. It'll be right on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Or you can look up Deciphered Jenny Risher and
Yeah.
it'll just pop right up.
Cool.
You know, and then
And you'll see the three of us on there like, hey, what's
yeah,
that?
and there's a lot of Detroit hip hop artists that are in the video. Royce
Yes,
5'9",
hell of a,
hell of a
the whole Goon
Eshawn.
Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Danny
Danny
Brown,
Brown.
Dope
Yeah.
Head.
Son of a gun, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. So it's just much love to everybody that was a part of that.
Son.
And Detroit hip hop is even bigger than the actual exhibit of Decipher. That doesn't.
Yes,
it's
yes.
not limited to the people that were featured on that.
Nope.
Right.
But there's many
Peace.
more on the come up or that have came up and
Yeah.
that just wasn't available to take pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some people, you know, which I can understand. They like when they got the call, they was like, I'm not about to take no pictures. Like they didn't. They thought it was just a regular picture.
I heard that from 2 other artists.
Yeah,
Like
they
nobody knew that it was
I
going to be
wasn't
in
going
the
to
DI.
waste my time, and
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that I
Yes.
did it because
Yeah.
it's so dope.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Two people that I know.
They
Yeah.
send out
Invitations.
Yeah, invitations to everybody in front of St. Andrews.
Yeah.
They said all the
Yeah.
MCs come out,
Right.
boom, 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 and some people, you know what I mean?
See, they didn't know what it was for.
Yeah,
Don't
you,
know.
you
But
know what I mean?
sometimes that just shows you that
Word.
sometimes you got to walk out on faith
Yep.
and just be like,
Yes.
okay, well, let me just show up.
Because at the end of the day, it was a
Exactly.
Yeah.
positive thing to
Yeah.
shed
It was
a
light
great
on
thing.
some people that's been slept on for years. You know,
Hey, it could have been a
everybody
picture.
needed their just due because Detroit hip hop. A lot of people in the game steal from Detroit hip hop. Let's just say it how it is.
Yep.
A lot of Detroit hip hop has been overshadowed by other cities. Like they created certain things first when really we were the originators. So it's really dope to be able to have this exhibit and this passion
And that's big for
project
hip
from-
hop, not
Yeah.
just
Oh,
Detroit
yes,
hip hop.
yes.
Not just
And you know what's
absolutely.
crazy? Like I was just looking at Revolt earlier today. I always like look at Revolt or whatever, like you know what I'm saying, and just to like watch the new videos and stuff like that. And I'm a DJ, so I always got to stay with what's new. But like I was just noticing that the Detroit sound is kind of invading a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And it's
that
not
mumble
Detroit
rap
artists.
is
Yeah.
like gotta go.
Yeah.
That mumble rap's gotta go.
And it's like
Absolutely.
Detroit has already changed hip hop
Sparking.
at least twice. Not just
Sparking.
music, but like let's just talk hip hop. Like we changed beats with J Dilla.
Yep.
We changed
Yes, most
Yeah.
definitely.
lyrics and rapping with Eminem.
Yep.
And now we got like Helluva and we got T Grizzly, Dave
I like
Low.
Grizzly.
You know, all of these
Yeah.
people that's out here like
Yeah.
putting this sound in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to hear it from people that are not from Detroit.
Farmhouse.
Like
Coming back.
have y'all heard the new Slim Jesus?
No.
Y'all ain't heard that, right?
Uh,
Hey, to me, it sounds like this song called "Needy Chick" by Team Eastside. If y'all listen to it, like now we know
shit.
Team Eastside, that's
Yeah.
like a local hit. You know what I'm saying? But like,
local celebrities.
yeah, but like you know, to me, I mean, he's from Ohio, so it's kind of the same. But at the end of the day, he's rapping and the beat sounds like it's straight from the East Side. You get what I'm saying? And
Sparking back.
When you're
that-
from Ohio, you need a sound, you know.
and what's the
Right
dude
up.
from Cash Money, Jacquees or something?
Yeah.
So he got a song with Dave Loaf, and to me that sounds like a Detroit song. And he got Dage on it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
T
yeah.
Grizzly,
yeah.
Jacquees, and then you got Young Jeezy doing a song with Grizzly.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So,
And who was that? Lil Durk just did a song with T Grizzly. You
Yeah.
saw that?
yeah. So
it seemed like
it's
gonna be better, too.
I'm seeing something going on where like Detroit is influencing
Yeah, it's
the entire
influencing.
overall sound.
Yes.
And I
Again.
mean, not only that, but Jay-Z himself tweeted when he was tweeting his like top 50 inspirations or
Yeah.
something. He said that T Grizzly had the top.
Oh, really?
He had the best song out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I
really?
mean?
Yeah.
And that's a Detroit song. And it started off as a local song, but he was just
Yeah.
like, man, I like
I
how
know.
I like how you rapping, and it's just so real. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Detroit,
Yeah,
we can't help you
correct.
being real.
This is an announcement for all the haters, though. Like, they want to hate, but these people are actually opening doors for Detroit.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
actually-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially with the
absolutely.
female rappers, you
And
know,
everybody be
like-
sitting there like, oh, it's not me. My cousin rap better than. Like, man, forget all that.
Strong mentality
You-
to
It's not for you.
have.
It's
You
not
get
for
your
you.
turn.
Let's
You
open
know?
the door, and when you're
Yeah.
ready, it's your turn, and it's your turn.
Hey,
to
people
blow
open the
up.
door for us. Matter of fact, Motown opened the door for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure did.
About to
Very
say that,
Gordy.
big white girls.
Sure did.
Yeah, Gordy right
Listen
there.
that Aretha Franklin, you feel me?
Man, even
Stevie,
Come
like
on.
they opened the doors for
Sure.
Smokey.
we like the kids and grandkids of that. You know what I'm
we
saying?
are.
So
We most definitely
it's
are.
like they've been opening the doors for we was thought of.
And they're
Yeah.
still
And they're still
kicking.
doing
They
it.
kick
They're
it.
still doing it.
Follow
Hey.
me on Twitter right now.
Wow.
And he retweets some of my stuff sometimes.
Hey.
So,
Okay, hold on. I need two girls for this.
It's Detroit time.
Right.
You
It's
know,
Detroit
the South
time.
ran a
Let's
lot.
get it.
Atlanta ran a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
New York did a lot.
Yeah.
So decades, it's Detroit time, and it might have been at one point. You know, Motown, what goes around comes around. It's coming back
What
around.
comes
to us.
around goes
Well,
around.
history repeats itself, and if you
Yeah.
notice that,
Yeah.
like in the Motown era, it was about singles,
Right.
and that's what it's
That's
about
right.
now.
Yeah.
Forget an
Yeah.
album at this point; it's like
Takes
40
one record.
singles.
What's
You know
the
what I mean?
hottest one you can drop right now? You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Right,
saying?
Mhm.
right.
You know what I mean? They had the little
And can it
45
go viral?
records back in the
I
day.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that's what it's back to. It's just in a digital form.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
So, yeah, we going back to that. So I feel like it's going back to that Motown era. So hopefully we will get like some of that good, wholesome, fulfilling music that like made everybody feel great. Now, you know,
Yeah.
I can't say that this is going to go back to the love topic like how it was because the world has changed so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaky
Hell
love.
no.
It's for sure going to be some freaky love.
I knew it was coming, Mandy.
I know.
It is coming.
Mandy,
Mandy,
Mandy, why don't you give us some freaky love and we'll take a little break.
Oh.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Give us some freaky
Give us
love,
some
Mandy.
freaky love.
Give it
No.
to me,
I can't.
freaky love.
Yes.
Hey, I heard,
But I know what he's saying with the singles. You're taking your time with these songs.
yeah, like,
It
you
ain't
know,
about, pushing a whole bunch of. I know people want to be dropping songs left and right. but-
everybody can't be Lil Wayne and drop 300 songs in a year.
No.
Don't be like Lil Wayne, please. Please don't be like
Hey, I
Lil
like
Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
I like
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne.
He's a great guitar
Wait,
player.
Hey,
But you gotta give him
He's a lyricist.
Wait,
But hey, you can look for Guilty Simpson. There's new shit coming out,
Yeah.
and he got that new fresh
Let's
shit.
go, Gil.
Hey, Guilty
And Gil is on
Simpson.
the single that we about
Guilty
to play
Simpson, one of the
too.
best. I don't care what nobody say. If y'all haven't listened to that
Thank
man
you.
music,
Oh, yeah.
y'all need to.
Yeah.
Cause like, I done known Guilty for a long time, but like when I had to really when I really listen to his music,
Yeah.
outside of knowing him, like
Mhm.
man, he's definitely one of the
To the
best.
point.
Salute.
Yeah.
Almighty Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Guilty
Oh,
Simpson.
And he stayed on the airplane. I'm telling you, he be on that plane.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have been overseas probably more than
Yeah.
I
Don't
almost.
they
booked-
got a show in London coming up
Yeah,
in like a couple days?
yeah.
Shout out to Guilty and Fat Cat got a show in London.
Fat
going
Cat's
down.
always over there. He doesn't even come home.
Exactly.
He don't even come
He
home.
come home, get a change of clothes and go
Europe
back.
loves Detroit
Yes,
music.
And nobody even knows.
That's
the
nice.
fucked up.
You are
I'm-
limiting yourself.
Oh my God, man.
Damn, my bad.
There's a whole.
I said that
Just mute
for
him.
My bad.
Mute him.
Well,
I'm serious. Mute him.
yeah,
Cut his
yeah,
mic.
yeah.
Anyway,
Cut
so
me.
what's the song? The two songs you emailed me, Alexis.
Oh, I emailed you 3, but you
I got 3 of
one
them.
more try. Man on Fire and the song with Guilt, actually called Ever Change. Me, Guilt, and Scoop. Super dope. So those are 3 singles I sent you off the overseas project. Getting ready
Hey,
to
Lex
come
on
out
the come up 'cause
2018.
When that Decipher dropped, everybody was like, "Who is that?"
Right.
Like
For
they've
real.
been running around here.
I said that was her official introduction.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
yes.
it's good when they say
Because
that.
you put in a lot of work before you had your official introduction.
Yeah.
Like I say, like this is my 12th year anniversary, but I've been doing this since I was a child,
Right,
4
right,
years
right.
old. You get what I'm saying? But my official introduction, oh yeah. See, they
See,
don't know about that. Lex.
Did you hear that new Eminem and Beyonce song?
I did.
Love it.
Do you like
Love
it?
Salute
Nick, do you
him,
like it?
salute.
Stop.
I feel like
What
it's
do you
an
think about
industry track.
You know what, man?
I don't like
Why-
it.
You
You
know
don't
what?
have to
I
like
love
it.
Eminem.
Everything.
I
is
love
there.
Eminem too. I just
love
ain't
Eminem.
feeling the song, bro.
He loves them enough that he paused this 15-second part in the 8 Mile movie and made me watch it about 1,000 times.
This is my opinion on the M track. Can I give it to y'all?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I feel like M has already showed us that he's one of the best in the world.
Thank
so
you.
what the fuck did
What
he
else
have to
does he
now?
have?
He just
Oh,
has to go ahead.
swearing!
Sorry.
He didn't ring the
just has
bell.
to go
Bell.
ahead.
What's up?
It's
I mean,
actually not bad for this.
It's a
Hey.
real
We've been
track.
pretty
You
good.
know.
And on some
I
real
was-
stuff,
I was
man,
like,
Eminem,
cool.
I grew up off Eminem. You know what I'm saying? I remember hearing Eminem when I was a teenager and being like, man, whoever this guy is incredible.
Right.
Him and Royce.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
When they was just
Right.
local.
That's why he signed Royce.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because when you have somebody
Have y'all
that's
ever
a
heard that Dad
competition-
Meets Evil album?
Yes, that's
Yes.
the best
Oh
Oh
one
my
they've done.
God. That album was incredible. That's some of the best
That's
rapping.
why he signed Royce, is
Ten stars.
because
He had to.
you
'cause
had
Royce
to.
is
Royce
just
was
Your
great.
competition is right there. Your buddy, your friend.
Yeah,
You might as well
The
jump on
only one
board.
could match him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But Royce
Nobody
didn't-
else-
But Royce didn't finish out the fucking concert.
Dude.
He didn't what?
He didn't finish out his tour, for Eminem's
This
tour.
guy's fired.
That's why they got Proof.
Yes.
Proof's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? That's how Proof got on the help.
Well, Royce was his first hype man.
Yeah.
I do
You know
remember
what I
that
mean?
when My
And
Name
then,
Is was out.
Royce 5'9" got signed to Tommy Boy, and he
Yeah,
dropped.
he got $1 million
yeah.
deal.
Yep,
I mean, what would you do?
$1 million deal. Off,
He got $1 million deal.
off chilling with M and Dr. Dre.
Absolutely, he
and,
did.
And
did.
Tommy Boy dropped him because
Hey, we live and we learn. He's probably
A lot of
19.
people, right.
He's probably 19 years
A
old
lot of
with $1
people
million.
get deals and
Yeah,
they blow it
yeah.
and they move on to the next
I wouldn't say
project.
that Royce blew it. He didn't blow it.
Well, you know what I mean.
didn't
It's
blow
just
it.
like you didn't use your.
He got straight.
No, he was just.
He got $1
He
million.
got straight.
He was
Yeah, he got straight.
thinking of himself.
He
Back in the
Yeah.
90s now. Come on.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was
Hold
a lot
on.
of money.
There would be no D12 if Royce didn't leave.
Royce was
Eminem.
never in D12.
No, he wasn't.
I know that there would be no D12 because Eminem wouldn't concentrate on D12. He would concentrate on Royce. Royce was the next one coming out.
He sure was.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
sure
he did.
was.
He did.
He sure was
Straight
though.
up.
I mean, look, man. Shout out to those
The
guys.
four local guys can make some sense.
12.
Hey, I was doing Hey, I was doing shit with
on the
Hex.
side.
and,
Alright, let's
Horny
take a little
Mac
break
I'm
and
2 years in. I still
yeah.
have 2 more to. I gotta catch up to this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a little break.
Four
We'll play
Locos.
that new Eminem song
Yeah,
with
I gotta go
Beyonce.
stop.
Yeah, let's rock that.
Throw a little Nick
Big
and
up
Alexis
Shady
in there.
Records.
Then we'll come back and talk to Ricky. And maybe Ricky, do you sing or you just play the guitar?
I have.
Yeah, you want to sing
He
for
got
me?
that
No,
radio
just joking.
voice though.
Right.
Like,
Oh, he was on my original show. Sorry.
and like you
Your hair
could
is
you could have been
everywhere.
on one of them
Sorry.
rock shows. Like,
He was.
yeah, I
You
knew
never-
it. And you got that voice, man.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
You got that like. They play like 6 songs and then they come back.
Yeah.
With that
That
Hey,
was
you're on Podcast
Yeah, that
Detroit.
was,
Next, we got some Nick Speed.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right. That's it. That's it.
Dope.
You on the next album, buddy.
You ready?
I'm just
All right.
on you guys.
We about to get that
Go
going.
ahead. Go ahead, Ricky. Lead us into the break.
What's the song that we're playing next?
We're gonna play Walk on Water.
All right, next, right here on Snow Bunny Sundays, Detroit.
No,
Back.
it's not Snow Bunny Sundays. It's Detroit's
It's
back.
still Sunday. Detroit's back right here on Podcast Detroit. We have Walk on Water. Stay tuned for more hijinks after this.
Yeah. We did good. We didn't swear that much, really. It could have been worse.
It was a trial.
It was a trial. It was a trial for us.
How much time we got
A
to?
Well,
lot.
this is a 5-minute song almost, and then we're gonna play one. What is your song? Which one of yours do you want to play?
Play one more try first.
Which one?
That's the perfect
So I got
song
10 rounds.
for walk on water. Oh, where am I drinking?
He's on most of them.
Open
What's
bar,
that other one? Show
Oh,
up.
yeah. Yes, I'm back. I'm on my
You
I'm
on your
my Snoop Dogg.
Einstein, baby.
What
You
I
on
got?
your ice.
No, I'm on my Beethoven.
Alright, I'm about to go to my car. I'll be right back.
I'll be right here. Top the door.
Is that what's going on?
I'm so bad.
Sounds like a nice green
I don't mean to swear so
party.
much.
It's
I'm
okay, I'll duct tape you, Mom, next time. For real.
You have
Don't
approximately
let me
14
with a good
minutes.
time.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh gosh. Fucking
Now-
Speed's got a story, man.
Remind them that there's other
Holy
shows broadcasting.
shit. I never knew he was I never knew he grew up in LA and Washington.
What?
Damn. Oh yeah.
Remember, when you go out there, there's other shows broadcasting.
Because there's other shows.
I'm really quiet. I'm sorry.
I'm just
I just
reminding.
swear sometimes.
I'm
I'm
going to
like-
remind everybody of the rules because we have other shows ready.
Yeah, for
so
sure. I would not disrespect the other shows. Not at all. Only this show. Not here.
Vinny Rico, how are you, man? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fucking bored, man. I don't do shit.
Bored? You're still doing a podcast?
Yeah. I just got back into it probably 6 months ago.
Well, that's a good thing about podcasts.
I
You
took
can-
like 2 years off.
You can leave it and come back, and leave it
Yeah,
and come back,
I
and it's
know.
still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Well, that's
It's
good.
a lot better than anything I've done, so, well.
Fun.
Yeah, it is. It gives me something to do, you know? And keeps me around,
Are you still working?
No, I broke my neck like 5 years ago.
What?
I broke my neck in a car accident.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
You did?
fuck it. Do you know Damian Michaels?
From in Mount Clemens?
Yeah.
That fucking asshole guy.
Fucking paralyzed. Last week, he fell off the fucking roof.
No way.
He was an asshole, though.
He was the one
I
who
mean,
owned
Trump fuck.
Fritz's.
Yeah, yeah.
I hated that guy.
I fucking seen something on the internet this morning, because I hardly ever go on Facebook and shit, but I do to advertise. And I seen one of my friends said, you know, oh, I just heard what happened, Jamie, and I'm sorry. And I went to his page real quick, and he's in a freaking hospital bed. And, yeah, he's paralyzed from the waist
Well,
down.
that's his karma.
Yep.
Wow.
Isn't that strange?
You get what you get. That's what you get screwing people
What
over.
comes around goes around, man.
How
True.
cool. That's
true.
living proof right there. That is the truth.
The truth.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do shit anymore, man. If I go out once or twice a month, that's it.
This is the latest
I
I've
don't
been
want
out.
to do shit.
I don't
want
wanna
to
do
do
shit.
nothing.
I'm old. I want to stay in my house. and
You're
clean my
not
house.
old. Jesus Christ. What are you, 30?
I'm 41,
Okay, 41.
but I'm old. I've had 19 surgeries. My body is tired.
Listen, I just fucking got off all the opiates about 3 months ago that I've been on for 20 freaking years. I never fucking felt like this before.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like I still smoke weed.
Right.
But usually it's at my show or at night before I go to bed.
Right. I smoke weed.
Yeah, and dude, I'm just feeling good.
Good. Stay off them stupid
Weird.
pills, man.
I know. Well, they give them to you so freely.
I know, and it's bad.
And I fucking was on it for 20 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. But I got off them, no fucking problem. I did Suboxone for a month. And I never thought I could do it.
Fuck no, man. You're chained to that drug.
Well, you know, the fucking drug makes you hurt. Those fucking pills make you hurt.
Oh, yeah?
I don't even hurt anymore.
Well, no. Mm-mm.
I mean, it's hard for me to get out of bed sometimes because I'm fucking old,
That's
but
different.
not like before.
I don't do nothing anymore. I don't drink alcohol. I smoke
I
a little
don't.
weed.
I don't.
I quit
either.
smoking cigarettes.
I smoke a couple cigarettes a day.
I might smoke a little bit, like if Dave is here,
I
I
do
might
a
grab a
little bit.
cigarette
Yeah,
once,
I might do a little.
once in a while. But yeah, I don't.
I guess that's what happens when you get old.
It must be you value your life a little more.
Yeah.
You know.
But no, that's it. I haven't been doing shit.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
No.
Like I said, I'm out late. Like my show's gonna start in 10 minutes. I have to watch it
So what's
tomorrow.
on?
The Walking Dead.
Oh, you watch that? I watch.
I do. I watch that and I watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't watch that either.
Oh, it's
no,
so
I
good.
started watching the Narcos on fucking Netflix.
Oh,
I just finished that.
was it good?
Yeah. Like Pablo Escobar and Cole and all that shit. In Bogota, Colombia.
Oh yeah.
And I know a bunch of Colombians, so. And I sort of know what they're saying. But and then I was watching another one, Surviving Escobar, about his hitman, his right-hand hitman.
Man.
It's just they
You
make
know you're the
movies
biggest
about
drug
it.
dealer in the whole wide world when they're making movies and Netflix about you.
I know.
Crazy. How many millions of dollars a day did they say he was making?
They made billions and billions. They bought governments. They had every government person in Colombia on their payroll. They were burying billions of dollars.
Oh, I
and
know.
they'd go dig it up, and if they didn't fucking
Well, they're still
wrap
on a
it up,
search for that money.
that money.
They're never gonna find that
that
money.
money's gone.
Mm-mm.
Somebody took it. Already.
My ex-husband-
Believe me.
My ex-husband used to work in the diamond mines, and he used to fly all over the world. And like, his company sold a product that would like, instead of using
What would
heat
it
to
do?
stress relieve metals, they would use harmonic waves. So he would have to go around the world and train people on this
Oh
equipment.
yeah.
Well, he used to get a military escort in through
Oh,
Bogota
no
and the
shit.
jungle.
Back in the day. Yeah, because they kill you.
They'll kill you. They'll take you
Fucking
hostage.
shoot
They
you
don't
right in the
care.
head.
You're an American. They don't care. No.
Like,
And then the diamond mines. When you get to the diamond mines, there's like 40-foot tall fences.
oh yeah, because they'll fucking go try to get the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What a crazy world it turned out to be, eh?
We might have to let them back in. I don't know who went outside.
Oh. I'm sure there's fucking somebody out there.
I don't know. The door wants me yet.
Yeah, I know. That's a good feature, actually, that you have. Oh my gosh. Oh. Holy shit.
Oh,
Put in the fridge.
you're not required to do that.
I know, but I know that I can go pop and water and dude, I love those. They remind me like old school snacks.
I keep eating them. I won't be able to fit into my stretch pants. Which I probably shouldn't be wearing out in public anyways, but oh well, I don't give a shit. I don't even care.
Oh boy.
This is the easiest radio gig of my life. I just sit here and drink. It's like I'm at Raw Radio X again.
I put snacks in there for you. You can freeze these too if you don't want to eat them. Because they're food safe.
How many milligrams are these?
Okay, only eat half.
Thank you.
That's
Dude.
peanut butter cookie.
Remember when
You ate it?
Yeah, who was that? Like
Andrea
Andrea?
made them. Yeah.
And I sat there, ate the whole damn thing.
Yeah,
And I was on the
me.
couch like, oh God. I still gotta be here for another 7 hours.
Who does that?
Ricky.
I ate a gummy once and literally fell down. Straight to the floor. My neighbor's like, what is going on?
Yeah, because somebody
All
failed
right.
to tell me you don't eat the whole brownie. You eat like a corner of it. And you know me, I don't
Yeah, you don't.
smoke or
No.
eat pot at all. And I'm like, all right, I'm game. I'll do it. Ate the whole thing. Like, did you eat that whole thing? I'm like, yeah, it's a brownie. You eat it was like a little thing like this. And like, you're supposed to eat the corner.
Ricky rocks.
I'm on the couch. Oh God, I'm gonna die.
I promise you'll just sleep it off.
I pretty much did. I think her show at the time was like ended at like 6 or something on Sunday. I'm like, Caitlin showed up. I'm like, you gotta run the rest of the day. I can't move. And
Sleeping on the
I
couch.
fell asleep until I don't even think I did my show that day.
Vinny, tell everyone 5 minutes.
I think I canceled my show that day because I'm like, I can't do it. I'm just like, I was like retarded.
I struggle like that. I can smoke a little bit at night. That's it.
How many minutes we got?
We have 4 minutes and 58 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't talk to Andrew May anymore
What happened?
because we were supposed to start a new band up, and then he started playing with.
What do you mean? He's playing with old?
Mhm.
What?
Dope Rhyme Villains, they're called.
He's in that band?
Yeah, he's a guitar player.
I thought it was just him and some other dude rapping.
It's Olin, Shadow, T Money Green, and Andrew May.
T Money Green is in the band.
Yes.
In the band.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's what May told me.
Get the fuck out.
There's a damn music video of it. And I told May, I'm like, dude, I can't. Out of principle, I just can't. I'm sorry. He's like, why? I'm like,
Dude,
you know
I'm
exactly why. I
right on
can't
air
do a
today.
band with you. So that's when I joined New Day.
New Day's my band anyways.
Because I gave him
New Day's
ride.
what?
A better band.
Oh yeah, because it's dirty whiskey.
Sit out there.
And then little Law just turned. I am in a band with a 21-year-old. I feel old as shit.
How old are you?
I'd be 34 in April.
Do you know how old my fucking
You're like
kid
2 years older
is?
than me?
He's gonna be 21 in May.
I know. Wow, it's been 3 years.
He's gonna be 21 in May.
Because I was at his graduation
Yes, you
party.
He's gonna be, yes, and that was the last time we've celebrated. Little prick
I
bastard.
thought you
cost
were
me
way
so much
older
money.
than me, Ricky.
When they get older, they
I'm $30,000 a year for college.
Where's he at now?
The Art Institute in Novi.
So he's going to get a degree in something.
In
And it's be like, oh,
He's gonna be
liberal arts degree.
No, he's studying sound engineering
Oh,
and
shit.
business management. So he's
Hopefully, he goes more in the way of business management than sound engineering.
Yeah. All the sound engineers.
he doesn't want
It's
to
going to take
do.
him 20 years to pay off that 30 grand.
He doesn't have to pay it back.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, right.
He wants to do movies,
Oh, got 3 minutes. I
movie
didn't know.
scores.
Okay.
Where's my
So it's a little different.
Like engineering movies, movie scores?
Yeah,
stuff?
writing music, things like that.
Oh,
Engineering.
wow. Okay.
He's very
Okay.
talented.
Okay. I did not know he
This
was
is
musically
so
inclined.
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
So is Philip. Philip plays the drums.
Oh,
The 10-year-old.
so
He's also a
sorry.
flying monkey.
I don't even know what that means.
Have you ever seen The Wizard of Oz?
Oh, it
He's
sounds
an
like
actor.
Slaughterhouse.
So he was just in The Wizard of
No,
Oz,
isn't
and
it their
he
song?
auditioned for the high school play and made it.
Oh, wow.
He's 10.
This
Oh,
is
it
the,
sounds like
wow.
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
It sounds
And
like
now he's
this is
he
the
was so
song
good they've
with,
asked him back to Shrek with no
That you
audition.
and Nick are
Yeah,
doing.
the overseas
Yeah.
producer, yeah.
Okay. Little Bill's taller than me.
Yeah,
And
it
Really?
sounds like a
Last time I
little
saw that
Slaughterhouse
kid, he
a little
was
bit. I
nice.
love Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
He was like
nice.
7 years
I love
old.
Probably about what? Up to a year?
Yeah. Oh no, he's
Probably a year.
Oh, yeah.
Philip is taller or as tall as me.
Well, that doesn't take too much, but you're what, clogging out 5'4",
5'2".
5'2"?
Yes.
Hey, my baby.
You see how tall Olivia is now?
What?
My daughter
Makes
is
good
this tall.
brownies, bro.
She just turned
She 4
4.
now?
She just turned 4.
Because it's got extra, like, see how oily it is?
So we took her in for a 4-year
I'm
thing,
gonna
like,
eat this whole thing.
because they know how they do the projections and how tall you're gonna be. And she's like, no, she's gonna probably like and then she tops out at about 6 feet.
Look at Einstein
6
over there.
feet?
She's gonna be taller than both.
Einstein, Beethoven,
Einstein
Frederick Douglass. Look
Alright,
at
we're gonna go
that.
live in a minute 44.
Oh, yeah.
A minute
Yeah.
24.
Perfect.
And then take it from me quicker than another
I-
second. We on the
got
air
him in there
live
too.
right now with
Next week,
Snow
Andy's there.
Bunny playing Ever Change with Super MC.
Y'all are
Your
two
girl
different
Alexis
entities, and I
Design is
think
always on the beat. Got the
Oh
man flow
my
and the flow
God.
so sweet. Hey, hey.
I'm gonna start an Instagram.
Did you figure your watch out yet?
Yeah. Make sure it quits
I know,
beeping.
hey.
Because I will fucking cut you.
Detroit, what's the link?
I'm not joking.
People want to know what the link is. What's
I
the
told
If you need to take it off and put it on top of the refrigerator, you can.
Podcast
We're gonna go live in 1
Detroit.com.
minute.
Let's go. Get on
1
here.
minute. I'm ready.
Instead of the start.
We got my boy Nick Speed. Nam.
I'm ready to drink more
Nam.
beer.
Yes.
Nick Speed.
Yes, how you do?
Oh,
Hey.
AZ sampled that.
Nam.
Nice. Decipher this to us now. At a museum near you. Hey, don't this look like the studio wall at my studio?
Hey,
I think they
let's
was.
go. Let's go.
They bought the same pack.
Yeah.
This is that monumental movement.
Wow.
That is
We got 30
The
seconds.
mission getting in
Right,
your soul.
Ricky's
like
in on it.
That gets the shit.
Freestyle.
Yeah, Ricky.
So
Is that the noise you made?
Ooh,
Is that what it was?
That's all I got for you.
All right, here we go,
Here we
mama.
go. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, darling. You guys missed it. Detroit's back live on PodcastDetroit.com. I guess it could be Snow Bunny Sundays.
It is Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Ricky wanted to point that out.
I know.
It is Sunday.
Well, it is Sunday.
Now they call me Snow Buns. Buns.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Cause buns is fun.
That's snow
Buns
buns.
is
Get it
fun.
right.
Yeah.
Buns.
Snow buns.
Well, because me and Mandy have a rap group and I DJ
Aw,
and
shucky
That's
Yeah.
snow buns on Mandy Baby Cake.
Ooh, y'all like
Therefore,
salt and pepper?
baby cake.
Yeah.
Buns and
Yeah.
cakes. Ask
Buns
me.
and cakes. We are salt and pepper. That's why I said I'm breaking the ceiling for every white girl here in Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Let me take my MF and jacket off. I'm ready for that.
He is ready. Edison. So,
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison.
Nick Speed and his hair are.
I know Alexis is dogging on him over here saying he looks like Albert Einstein.
I was like Albert
You
Einstein.
kind
I
of
was
do.
like Beethoven. Frederick Douglass.
Y'all should have seen him at the 15
All smart men.
15-year anniversary of
Oh, yeah,
$8
I've seen 'em.
movie.
Yeah, let's
he
talk
had
about
on that
that.
Teddy Ruxpin coat.
Y'all didn't see that.
I did.
Hey, look.
Hey, I
know
did.
I'm a
I
little
totally
eccentric.
did.
You know what I'm saying?
baby.
Not right.
Listen,
I was feeling that all the way to the ground.
Hey,
Damn.
my coat drag on the ground, baby.
That's right.
All I need is a chinchilla.
And so
let's talk a little bit about that 8 Mile party.
It was
It was
poppin'.
actually a good party.
What's
honestly.
funny-
Shout out my dog Travis Chandler for winning that battle.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was a good-
nice.
it was
shout out Travis.
Yeah, we
Chandler.
got
It
there
wasn't
and we're
That was
like,
nice.
where
to win.
is everybody?
Yeah, we're like, where is everybody?
We
They were
didn't know
downstairs.
they were downstairs. We went downstairs and the party
Yeah.
It wasn't
on.
upstairs.
It was awesome.
Now y'all know Shady was gonna rent out the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right, right. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Shady Records was gonna rent out the whole thing.
It was like a family reunion.
Yeah, it was.
Most definitely.
It was.
It was people that hadn't been in Detroit in a
And
long
I
time.
know. I
Was
see some
there?
people.
Was there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
For
man.
real.
Was there a big celebration for
You were
Vinny's
there.
5 seconds on that movie?
No.
Did they have like a
Oh
big
yeah,
party?
man. They like stopped it
Oh,
and put
my
it on
God.
repeat for 2
I
hours.
think they looped it.
They looped it.
It was
You were
hot.
able to take selfies with it. It was
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
He was in the background of all
Nice.
my.
They had the
So
Vinny
else-
Rico cutout.
What else?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, hey,
Right at the door.
who's that short guy?
Isn't that what happened when we were in Kentucky? We're like, isn't that the guy from
Oh
8
my
Mile?
God! So we listen. We take a
Or
road
like
trip.
Italian guy on 8 Mile.
No, we were in Kentucky.
We drove. We took a road trip, okay, and we go down to Kentucky.
Like some Taco Bell KFC.
And I swear to God, we turn around and I'm like, Mindy's like, is that Finny Rico? And it was his freaking long lost brother.
Oh.
I swear, I was like,
his twin.
Crazy.
His
That's
twin
probably one of
frying
his many
chicken. and
illegitimate
shit.
twin or kids.
Yeah,
It probably
twins.
was.
No,
Illegitimate.
I said,
Illegitimate twins.
listen, tell him what I said. Is that the dude from 8 Mile?
Yeah.
yes, she did. She did. Mad props, Finny Rico.
Is that the dude from 8 Mile? Which one?
Ah.
That dude.
You know.
That dude.
The other white one.
Not that white guy, the other dude. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
bold. That's so
That was fun to be in that movie. That was a fucking ride.
All right, guys. Let's
Yeah.
talk to Ricky about his music.
You know, we don't want to hear about this
Yes,
shit.
you do. Ricky, you guys don't know Ricky. Like, I don't know if you were
Like,
on
I
my
know
show
Ricky.
before, Nick, when Ricky was engineering it, my first show at Raw Radio X.
Back in
I
the
might have
cold,
came a little bit after that.
Yeah.
the cold or hot studio, depending
Oh,
on what
yeah.
time of the year it was.
It was
Yeah.
a nice studio, though.
It was
Yeah,
nice.
it was
It
like
was a nice
train wreck.
studio.
I
That place
often
is
had to show up
horrible.
on Monday dressed like a bum.
Yeah.
Oh,
So cold.
Yeah.
Just laying there.
And then 4
still do
flights of
that.
stairs.
I didn't mind the stairs. It was having my hands
I did.
freezing trying to run the board.
Oh, yeah.
My
And then
desk
elevator
getting locked
operators
in the
that just-
elevator.
Elevator operators that die for a week and nobody knows.
I know.
Until they smell the stench from a couple doors down, and then they're like, "Oh, there's the elevator guy."
What?
What?
The elevator guy. You
Died.
remember that elevator guy that
I
was there?
do.
He died in the
There-
elevator.
No, he went into a room
that's not
and
even
he
funny.
died there.
He did.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and nobody knew for like a couple weeks. We're like, "Where's the elevator guy?" And
We
there
used
was
to
just like
go
a
in there
stench
in those
coming down
rooms
the
with
hallway.
smoke.
It was
Oh
on like
my
the second or third
God.
floor, and
Could've
they're like,
been smoke
"There's
on
a
the
horrible
walls.
stench." So they literally went room to room to room trying to find out what the stench was. They
And they found
opened this door
Oh.
in an unrented room, and there's the elevator guy.
So many things
Aw.
happened in the
Yeah.
Russell.
It was horrible.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate that.
We say
Yeah.
Russell no more.
Yeah.
Russell
I don't want to.
no
I don't want to
more.
go there anymore.
No, and you know what? And I almost got caught up doing a rap video there over this past weekend.
I went there for Hallowicked, but I was only in the main thing.
Right, yeah.
Dude, my biggest
Well-
story from there was when I was building that place out. I'm sitting there, it's like 11, 12 o'clock at night. I'm sitting there nail gunning the thing, and then I hear this like hip hop shit going on outside the door. I open the door. It's a
It's
hallway
Super
full.
MC.
It's a hallway full of guys with like guns. and
Yeah.
shit.
I remember
It's like
that
a shit.
day.
The
It
video.
was like a legit gangster rap thing where these guys with guns are just walking down the hall, and I'm like, oh god, shit is
It was
going
Super
down.
MC video. It was a
I-
Super MC
It was
video.
And-
a video.
That is not the first or second
It was.
time
It
that
was.
has happened.
But wait, they were the nicest people.
So I'm. I was literally
They're
sitting
always
there.
the nicest.
I was literally
Of course
sitting
they
in that
got
room.
guns.
Hey.
Like they're nice.
I'm sitting there.
Or nothing.
I'm sitting there and there's I'm playing Aerosmith and like Winger and stuff in the room, you know, and I open the door, I'm like, I'm the only white guy here. I see these guys have guns. I am closing the door, turning the lights off, turning the stereo off, and I'm going to be quiet.
You didn't know it was a rap video?
I had no idea
And
what
you know
was
what?
going on.
I got a few stories about Soup in these
It
videos.
was like 30 or 40 guys dressed all in black.
Black. I
One
remember
time,
that.
Guns.
one time, Soup and
Baseball
I,
bats. They had baseball
Yeah.
bats too.
Yeah.
one time,
baseball
Soup and I was
bats.
in
Yeah.
New York, and he just pulled up on the block in Brooklyn in front of somebody's house and just started shooting a video. And it was like, what? Hold on, is he just gonna do that? And it's like they couldn't deny him because he's standing there with the gun.
Yeah.
They didn't know where he was from or nothing. And he was like, it was this other time. And
That
he
sounds
was,
like him.
he was trying to shoot a video at my building where I used to stay at on the boulevard, the little techno spot. So they all peaceful and all that. He had the little mask on with the gun, walking down the hallway.
Yeah, I remember when.
Hey,
like,
my
when I
man's was
found
like,
that-
hey, man, if that wasn't your man's, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, that's my man.
Yeah.
It was, I had to like, I almost got kicked out for
that
that.
first time. When I met Super MC that first time when he came in, he was like, oh yeah, I was doing that. He was trying to do something like record like 40 music videos.
20 videos
Yeah, that
in
was
20
in the
days.
20s.
Yeah.
Both of those was part of the
20 days.
20 music
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, you
And
did.
I was
Yeah,
the
that
one
was
that
me.
I challenged him to that.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so thank you for that.
Yeah.
Feared for my life.
I'm gonna tell you how that happened.
Yeah.
I said, cause Super had shot about 4 videos or something like in like a week or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
dog, you keep this up, you're gonna have 20 videos by the end of the summer. He was like, you know what? I can do that. And then he just decided to do it. And it was like,
20. and
dog, you're
20.
crazy.
He did it.
So little super
He did.
He did.
the
He
Yoda.
completed it.
Yeah. He was good. He was good the other night, Thursday night.
He's always good.
Oh,
He was
He
fucking
was good.
smoking.
He's fire. He's fire on
Smoking.
stage.
Hey, no acting.
Hey,
You know what?
Shit.
Come on, man.
I'm
We
just
can pass
gonna
the Four Loko over to
listen.
you
I'm
now?
gonna just start getting one of those.
Hey,
Swim
don't-
charm.
hey,
You know those
don't
balloons
guilty by
that are on a rubber
association.
band? I'm
Yeah.
gonna start
Ding, ding,
headbutting
ding.
people.
Hey, I
Oh, I
was
used to
good.
love those.
I was
No,
like
it's okay.
10
I
years
love
old.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to Ricky.
Oh,
Ricky.
Ricky rocks.
Ricky.
So how'd you come up with the name Ricky Rocks?
How'd you come up with the name Ricky?
Literally, it was
Because
just
it rhymes
as,
with Dickie.
well,
What?
yeah.
Or Little Nicky?
King of real.
That's pretty much no. It was literally I was in a band years and years and years ago where it was like a 3-piece band and we all had the same first name. Literally, we all had the same first name, and I'm not gonna put out what that name is.
Right.
But it was literally I went on Google was the new thing at the time, and I literally put like cock rock musician name generator. And I just hit refresh.
And
And
all
I'm
these
like,
names.
Ricky pops up, and I'm like, I don't like the last name. Refresh, rocks. Okay, there it is. There's
Ricky
my name.
Rocks.
That's a good
It was
name.
literal, and then it just kind of fit with like all my influences in music, like Nikki Sixx, and you know, you had your Sid Vicious and all that. Everybody had cool stage names, so I'm like, all right, I'll embrace that. I'll wear boas, I'll wear makeup, and I'll do the whole thing. And I'll be Ricky Rock.
Yeah, you
Yes.
are. You transform into.
Who's on your pins on your shirt?
This is Winger minus Kip.
Why is it minus
Yeah.
Kip? You can't
And
leave
Winger
Kip
is,
No,
out.
because
Winger's pretty dope.
no, because
They were
Kip,
one of my favorite
Kip
80s
is
bands.
on one of my guitar straps,
Oh.
Okay.
and I
And
got
so,
like the
like,
band
You get a
package.
pass there.
Yeah.
One of my, like, you know, I always like rock music. I think the first rock that I was rocking with was Kiss.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah.
later on, Alice Cooper.
Oh,
I
I love
love
Alice
Yeah,
Cooper.
he's still good.
That
He's
shit.
still, he has a great new record that just came out. Too.
Really?
Yeah.
You got something new?
Yeah, Alice Cooper still puts out
Yeah.
new stuff, man.
I
He
like
used to
Alice
play the
Cooper.
state fair every year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Alice
from
Cooper.
Till they
Detroit.
ruined that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
messed that up.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I miss the state
Alice
fair.
Cooper still puts on the huge production when he gets the money to do it. You
Yeah.
know, he played like DT.
He got the money. Quit playing.
Not when he's playing state fair. He's not, but
Yeah, right. He did that for the love.
That's
Yeah.
exactly why
He had the
did it.
money.
you know,
He
he
had-
still cuts his head off during his shows,
Yeah.
and he still.
Eats a bat. Was that him?
No, that was
Ozzy.
Ozzy. That was Ozzy.
Oh.
I
wanted to see
got
somebody
I
eat
got
a
to sit
bat.
here and school you on rock.
Hey,
and
Alice
roll.
Cooper bit,
How
bit the
high
head
is
off a
Ozzy
chicken.
right now, though?
Ozzy's
Think
on
about
that new
that.
show with Jack.
Yeah,
He's
no,
going
he has a
across
new
country.
show that he's
Who
actually
is?
got to do
Is he
like.
still on drugs?
No, he has to climb mountains and do shit.
Probably.
So he's probably not on drugs if you gotta climb mountains and like do shit with your
That
fucking
don't mean-
adventure.
That don't mean
son.
nothing.
Functioning kid, that man.
Right.
He'd be like, hold on,
Hey,
give me
he's
more.
rich. He
Now,
can do
Dude, if he's
whatever.
climbing mountains, he's probably on drugs.
Right.
Maybe.
He's
probably on
Yeah.
drugs.
Maybe. I guess.
You know, if you want me to climb a mountain, you're gonna have to give me a crap ton of blow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, let's go climb a mountain.
Climb a mountain.
Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka.
No jobs for everyone. No jobs for Ricky Rocks.
Yeah.
So Ricky, what lovely death metal
I don't
music
play
did you
death
bring for us
I don't play
today?
death metal.
What do you play?
No, it's rock music. It's mainstream rock music. That's what I'm doing now. I did metal for a minute. Not a huge fan of the stuff,
Yeah.
you know. But Detroit's got a lot of that, you know. You guys are talking about the Detroit hip hop scene and all that, you know.
We good for rock too, though. We known for rock.
The metal scene is huge
The
here.
metal scene is
Yeah.
really huge. Rock, not so much. I do a lot of booking. That's what I do now. And ever since I retired from radio, I do that.
You
And
cannot retire.
Favorite
at 30.
Detroit
No,
rock
I-
groups.
I-
You're not
I'm
retiring.
Favorite
going
Detroit
back.
rock groups.
Kaleido!
Kaleido.
Kaleido is up there.
Absolutely.
My favorite band that has ever come from Detroit would be Seduce.
Really?
Seduce.
Seduce.
My boy Dave Black.
Wow.
Love Dave Black.
Remember though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Seduce.
Oh,
say my
wait, is
favorite
that
was
Dave?
Robots in the Garden, and then they went away.
That Joey Father
Joey
was in
Father.
Yes,
there.
he was.
Dude, see, I just saw something on the Robots in the Garden page. I guess they're jamming.
Really?
Yeah,
That made
they did a
my
Facebook
hair
Live
stand
probably
on the back
about-
of my neck.
Probably
I
about a
love
month
robots.
or two ago, they did a Facebook Live. They were jamming at Pipe Yard, I believe. Joey and the
Well,
rest
Joey,
of the guys.
isn't that Joey's studio?
No, that's not Joey. That's the other guys. Some of the other guys from Robots.
Oh,
in the
that's
Garden.
Josh's studio.
Yeah, and they were jamming. It was Facebook Live, and it was like they had crap tons of people watching. They're like, "Oh my God, is this me? Robots in the Garden are
Because we
back!"
probably haven't seen Robots in the Garden since 2010.
Yeah.
And
it's
you
been
know
a
what's
minute.
crazy? Like me coming from the hood, like, you know what I mean, Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter.
And then like when I started like living by myself or whatever, and then got my own place, and I started going to like the Majestic and just going to rock shows and stuff.
Right.
It was so crazy. It was like, man, I never thought I'd be at this show.
Yeah.
But even though I grew up off MTV, I'm MTV generation, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, wow, and it's like it was real cool. It was
Yeah.
real cool. Like I couldn't deny it. I was like, this is kind of cool right here. Like,
Yeah.
but so we went-
Everybody's been to a show at Harpo's.
Oh,
Yeah.
several.
Harpo's off the hook now, man. You guys gotta go.
Somebody
back to
somebody
Harpo's.
bought it.
Take it
Roosevelt.
Did they clean
Roosevelt.
it? Did they clean
From
it up, or
Bundy's.
is it still?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, they cleaned up Brett Michaels' piss. It's not on the floor anymore.
They
Yes,
just fucking
yes.
put, oops,
Hey,
they just put, sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna throw
They
you
just
out
put in
by your ears.
$100,000
A new,
studio.
brand new sound
Really?
system. they
Sound
put in there.
system, yeah.
Oh man, Harpo's
Harpo's.
is that spot.
Harpo's is off the hook.
If you
now.
don't-
Gonna be
Yeah,
there.
I
but
can't lie, I never hung
It's,
out at
it's
Harpo's.
still a crappy
That
neighborhood.
neighborhood's real
Never
sketchy.
been there.
And IROC.
I
It's,
live,
I've been to
I grew
IROC.
up right there.
I've been to
I
IROC.
grew
down
up
the
right
street.
there, too.
Harpo's is
Okay,
right down the
yeah.
street. It's a big theater right
You
on
never
the
been to
road.
Harpo's?
You gotta go to
You gotta go
It's
one.
huge.
That is like a staple.
Of
Yeah.
Detroit.
I heard that. I know that,
They
but
got
I
a
just never
dance
been.
floor.
Gotta go.
Take it.
But the
Eshan's
thing-
gonna be there in January.
the thing
Now,
I-
see, I might go to something
I'm
like
gonna
that.
go to that.
The thing I can throw about IROC though is
Sorry.
IROC is pretty much like the Hard Rock Cafe of Detroit.
Yeah.
You go in there and there's 8x10s of everybody
Yeah.
for 30 years that
Yeah.
have played there.
Sure.
But you know what though,
rooms
Blondies,
everywhere.
Roosevelt when he owned the original Blondies
Yeah.
and had all those big name
Yeah.
metal bands
Yeah,
and rock bands in there.
Megadeth,
Yeah,
I just
everybody
wish I was
huge.
there in the 80s.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was
You know what I
amazing.
mean? Because it's like, seemed like that's when it was
And
popping.
the original
was.
Blondies was a dump.
It was a dump.
It was a dump.
then he
but
moved it on to
everybody
4th
loved it.
Street.
It's
That was a bad.
a
time.
lot of places
bad
in Detroit
decision.
That was
dumb.
bad times.
Right.
I can't lie.
But people still hung out there. That's the
Yeah.
hangout. We
Yeah.
don't care. We'll
Well, I
hang out at the
talked
dump.
to
You were
Roosevelt.
safe. You felt safe.
I talked to Roosevelt when he opened that second Blondies on 4th Street. I played there probably about 2 or 3 times. He's like,
That was the second
yeah,
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the first one was on 7.
Woodward.
Yeah.
7 miles.
He knows he remembers something.
I think
I used to go there
it was
all the
around
time.
in there.
7
Yeah.
miles.
I
Yeah.
used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
And,
on 7.
Oh, I'm done.
And he's like, yeah, I wanted to open a second bar, and then the second Blondies was, he'll even admit that it was a colossal bomb.
Yeah.
It was a colossal bomb, and then he retired.
Yeah.
And then Ernie.
Dog, you
ran
mean to tell me y'all
Harpo's.
was hanging out? I don't even know what the cross street was, but y'all was hanging out on 7 Mile?
I
You
got
know,
it.
in my defense, I'm relatively. By time I
7
was.
Mile might have been different then.
By time.
No,
I,
Probably not though.
by
It's
7
not.
Mile has always been 7 Mile.
By the time I was
That's
old enough to
what
go
I
to shows, by the time I was old enough to go to shows,
Back when-
that Blondie's was closed, Ritz was in Warren, and it wasn't on Frazo.
Right.
And
Back when the
Gresham anymore.
Motown people was living off 7 Mile, they was talking about what up though and all that then.
Yeah.
What up, dog?
You know what I'm saying? I think that Smokey Robinson invented what up though. I don't know about y'all.
Dude, I
What y'all
Shout
think?
out Smokey.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I'm
The first people that I
It was
ever
Di-
heard
it
that
was
said that
Dice.
to me
It was
were the
Dice
Earl
who
Flints.
invented that.
What
And
up,
there
Joe?
it is. And
It was
there
And
it
I
is.
was probably 17, and I lived on fucking by Alter and
Did
East
they
Farm.
walk up to you and be like, what up?
What up, though?
No.
Well, I was fucking hanging out with all those guys.
Jeez.
He's gonna have a
Vincent.
bruised arm by the
Bing,
time.
bing, bing,
So
bing.
here's going to be the deal.
What?
Every time you say this word,
You have to
you
buy me
have
a
to
drink.
pay
Okay.
Jennifer sponsor fees.
Okay.
Money, 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 money.
Okay.
Okay.
Done deal. Should I just say it now? Get it out and pay you?
Don't say it.
Yes.
Mike got a
Give
20.
me
Dude, I
no
don't,
job.
getting back to what it was like,
Yeah.
7 Mile not being the best part of town.
Yeah.
When I started going to see shows at like 12, 13 years
Still
old,
not.
Yeah, it's
it was
nice
never,
now.
it was
and shit.
never a big deal for me
Yeah.
to go down into those neighborhoods.
Because you were going to see the band.
Yeah, it was never, it was rock bands.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
going,
Anybody from Detroit
I
at
think I've
that
probably
time
been to
probably
3
was
hip hop
tough
shows
in
in
the
my
mud.
life.
Yeah.
I think I've been to
I
3
grew
hip
up
hop shows in my
on
life.
that side of town,
You know,
so
and-
It probably was very tough.
It
Everybody was tough.
wasn't a big deal, there.
Nah.
It was a bad neighborhood, but when there's a rock band, it was bikers hanging out there, and I grew up with bikers.
Yeah.
So it was never a big deal. I'm like, okay,
I had a bicycle.
I
I used to get in trouble for going past the block.
guys rocking in
Like,
Harley.
and I was in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Because they was like, nah, don't
You
go
had a
past that white
bicycle?
car.
Did you have to be in when the street lights went on?
Yeah, hell,
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Sucked.
Yeah. Young Nicodemus?
Yeah, I was a kid too,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know what I mean? And I had to ride my bike to the white car and back.
Yes.
That was it.
To the white car.
And if I did that, and then I went past it.
But yeah,
So,
of course you did.
you know what I mean?
Those bad neighborhoods never bothered me because for years, once I got, when you get
We
your
didn't know it was a
license-
bad neighborhood.
When you
Yeah,
when
I
you
know.
when you
Neither.
first get your license when you're like
I didn't
16
either.
years old, you're
Until
driving
somebody
crappy
was
cars.
jumping
My
out
crappy
your
car would
kitchen
always
window.
tend to break down in the worst parts of town.
Right.
And I'd be sitting there, white guy just walking through Brightmoor.
No, you know what? I ain't got
and,
no
like,
beef
to
with
find a
nobody.
payphone,
I feel like I can walk in any neighborhood in Detroit because I ain't got no
Absolutely.
beef or nothing
Right.
like that. But do I want to?
No.
Nah.
Gotta know how to act, bro.
I'm talking about even the neighborhoods I grew up in. I'm
Right,
not trying to walk
yeah.
down there.
Not at night. Not after a certain time.
Dude, see, for me, I was just ignorant to
Yeah.
all of it. I didn't know that Brightmoor was not a neighborhood you
I
want
know.
a white guy wanted to walk through in
Oh, you was
1999.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know, and I had to drive through there to get
I
to Livonia to go to work when I was a kid. And,
I
and my
think it-
car would break down. I'm just like, I'm walking because I didn't have a cell phone.
I
so
got a
had
lot
to
of
go
people
to
from
find a gas
Brightmoor. I'm not
station
trying to
that
walk
had
through there
payphones.
like that.
No, me either, man.
It never bothered. I just like,
Me
oh, this
either.
is just not the house.
Much
is
love to
like
Brightmoor though.
junk, but
You know what I mean?
Shout out to
Shout out to
Brightmoor.
Brightmoor.
Going strong.
That place is.
We ain't-
on
we
the
ain't
upside.
denying
It's a-
y'all.
Yeah.
It's a
Shout
lot.
out to Brightmo where
It's-
they do mo.
It's a lot better than it was. When I was
Brightmoor to the
a
world blog.
lot better. Than it was.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky, tell us the songs you got for us today.
I don't even remember what I sent
You
you.
sent me 4 songs of
New Day Revolution.
Glass something,
Uh,
GLA. What's it
Oh,
called?
Glasgow. That was from my old band. It's still
Oh, that's
technically my
Mound
band.
Road Engine?
That's Mound Road Engine. That was
Oh,
the
yeah, I
single
remember that
off our
band.
album that actually was released 1 year ago today, or yesterday. And yeah, Glasgow. That was the big single, which I got my first royalty check from Spotify off of that song.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 cents.
Okay.
No, it was like 27 cents. I was totally stoked.
Was it 27?
It was like
Nice.
27 cents.
Aw.
Did you
That's
have to
my
pay
first.
taxes on that?
Salute to the 27.
Yeah, that was my first
Yo.
ever
It was
royalty
already
check. I
Every
got.
cent counts.
That was the
Did you
only.
keep it or cash it?
I think I framed it because it
Yes.
would have cost me like $20. to
Right.
cash it.
I was just wondering if you framed it.
No, I just framed it. With
That's
with the
awesome.
digital stuff. I'm just like, I was just looking forward to
I
getting
couldn't
something
frame my
off
first check. I
Spotify.
needed that boy.
Yeah.
I cashed that mug so fast.
Dude, I did when I was a kid. I just made all my money off merch. You know, and,
Mhm.
you know, people don't buy it too much anymore. They don't buy CDs and stuff
Right,
as
right,
much
right.
as you'd hope. But I remember when I was a
Ooh,
kid, I'm
you
like,
buy it
oh man,
Yes, they do.
we
You had
made
every
we made
t-shirt.
$200 off of T-shirts and
Mhm.
CDs today. Can I get $20 of that to pay for gas?
Yeah.
Right,
No,
right.
we don't have it.
And they're like, no, band fund. And I'm like, I need new strings. I'm like, huh, good job.
Right, right.
Oh.
Hey,
What
speak-
about the other, what's that called? New Day
New
Revolution?
Day Revolution. That's
You
my.
sent me 3 of those.
Yes, that's the new band that I just joined with a lot of the guys that were in my old band, Dirty Whiskey, from way back when. They just cut their second record a couple months before I joined up with those guys. I think I sent you Judas. I think I sent you, and Karen, you're right there.
Bury It Down.
Bury It Down.
Demon in You.
And Demon in You. That's the new single that we just did a music video for. That should be coming out this week. Very, very dark. Very dark and very political. And that's kind of, with what,
Good to mix it up.
what you guys have talked about with like singles and all that, and that
Yeah.
being a thing, in the rock and metal thing, it's almost the complete opposite.
the
People
disc.
want the concept. They want a concept that carries from song to song to song to song to
Oh,
song.
yeah.
It's kind of like a storyline, chapters, and all this.
Right
A
on.
lot of rock metal guys are really into that right
Right
now.
on.
Hey, yo,
Do I need to play
like,
these
see,
in order?
that's
No,
that's a
no,
good thing
that-
right there. I like stories.
That
Yeah.
record, you don't have to play them in any kind of order. They're kind of stories into themselves. But the new record that we're actually going to start recording, I think next spring, it's going to be it's very political.
What's the name of the band?
New Day Revolution.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's very political. Everybody has our things and all that. And Demon in You. I assume you're probably play that. That's the single that's out. That's going to be coming out next week. That's pretty much when the music video comes out, it's centered around the American dream is a lie, and it's about having, you have your family, but there's all this other drama going on in the world around you, and how that messes with your head and all this. And that video is going to kind of showcase that. I wrote and produced that entire video when that comes out.
Cool.
Wow.
It's very deep stuff, man. And listen to the lyrics on it, and it's socially and culturally relevant. So yeah,
Come on, Mama. I'm gonna
it's
start
not all
calling you my
about
mama
it's not
on
all
this
about
show.
banging hookers anymore.
Oh!
I said banging hookers. I didn't say the F word.
Watch your mouth.
I said banging. Banging's not bad. I didn't say the F word.
We can't bang.
Hookers is better.
Hey.
Escorts.
No.
So you want to start with New Day Revolution?
Yeah, you can throw in whatever you want. I'm
Alright.
leaving it up to you guys.
All right, we're gonna play some New Day Revolution right here on Detroit's Back on Podcast Detroit.
Woo! I'm ready. It better be some good rock and roll. Oh, these chairs are dangerous. You could get drunk and just be like,
No, you don't want to because Royal Oak Police are terrible.
Oh, shit,
yeah.
that's right.
I don't really drink, but I'm just
Me
saying it's
neither.
just like that drunk pass
Oh,
out
uh-huh.
The incoherentness.
Oh,
We've had a
shit.
few people leave here get DUIs.
Oh,
That's no good.
That's horrible. You gotta worry about it. But you don't drink.
We didn't ever have to worry about stuff like that coming out of Russell. No.
Who's singing? That's not you, right?
No. I just play bass.
Oh. I thought I was going to hear you sing.
No.
Oh, I'm sad.
No. That's my boy. That's my boy Dakota Star.
Mm.
Dakota. Everybody has stage names.
Eat some chips.
How much time we got, Joe?
Chips.
I haven't-
You got some time.
I haven't-
One pride, Lions.
I love snacks. Give me all the snacks. Oh, the things that fall off. It's okay, I'll put it up.
Oh, that. What'd you do?
No, they just
Nothing?
fall off.
Nothing at all.
Just put them up against there and I'll put them
Kindly
on.
place these back here. Okay.
Just set them back up.
She's like, yeah, that's one. 2.
We might need some new staples.
I didn't
I'll do it when we're done.
anything.
I don't even know if we're in staples.
Okay.
It looks good
Leave
to
it at
me.
that.
Looks good to me.
Looks good to me too. Do not blame. Do
Nicodemus.
not blame me. Or Snowbunny.
It's okay, I'll fix it.
Nicodemus.
Hello there.
I love you with that hat.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
I'm back.
Nick,
Back with the hat.
Yes.
Detroit's back,
in there.
baby.
Hat.
Standing on the corner, straight slanging rocks.
Sister slanging rocks.
1, 2, 3. Salute.
Again,
Okay.
don't.
Sorry,
just
guys.
Did he just wipe
Alright,
his
here we go.
snotty nose? Is that what that move was?
2, 3.
You wipe your nose, really? Is
No.
that what you did?
He's doing it.
It only looks like
I thought you went
I
like
did.
this.
Because I am a master of illusion.
I thought you went like this. I said, did you just wipe your nose?
Like, trying to remember. Sorry.
He was trying
What kind of
to-
gang member am I? Can't even
Bad
remember
one.
the fucking gang.
Nope, he can't remember the gang signs.
You're horrible.
Too much marijuana.
Never enough.
Mary
Alcohol.
Right. I can't even remember what I did yesterday. Or maybe the day before yesterday.
Snap.
It was all the same day.
Pretty much. I mean, I remember, but I'm just like, damn, hold on. You know, shit like that happens.
Well, when the days go together sometimes.
Don't you play
It's not easy
with
being
me.
I don't know that guy.
Kermit.
So how about you?
Default.
We can sing Kermit Frog.
Was that a Kermit song?
Is it not easy?
Kermit.
It's not easy being green.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That was
not
it.
easy being
Is that why you said it? I'm so confused right now.
I'm so confused. I don't know what to do.
Songs on it.
I'm gonna watch out for Mandy B.
What?
She gets this Fago in her and she, oh, it's right, sorry.
Some of that there Fago in
Lucky it
you.
wasn't a
She
squirt,
gets some of
okay?
that damn,
Some of that damn Fago, bro.
Squirt.
Some of that damn
I
you
Fago.
get some of that squirt
I
and
asked
she's
him
gone.
for a squirt, and he was like, what?
I was like,
What you
you
talking
know
about?
what, I'm gonna step
I
outside with
still got a
everyone
shit
else.
ton of chips under here.
Well,
I got some soda.
Well, damn.
I ended up with a Sprite because his ass.
I was like,
Seriously,
okay.
ate too many. It's the last bag.
Oh, trust me, I'm snatching about 8 of them. I just don't
Go ahead, I
know.
got a whole nother bag.
Oh, these is my shit.
Cause I already had some chili.
I was taking a bite of
Straight
chocolate
from Coney.
and a Dorito. Bite of chocolate.
Hey, wait, how many of y'all ever had
Bite of
chili
chocolate.
from Coney Island?
That's where I
You, nope.
What?
Nobody ever had chili from Coney Island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just straight chili?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Okay,
the
y'all-
chili in a
y'all-
bowl,
y'all-
like
y'all-
you eat the chili.
Yeah.
No, you gotta put it on the hot dog.
No, you gotta have it as chili though. That's what I'm trying to tell
Oh, yeah.
you. People be sleeping. Like the chili itself just as chili.
I make the best chili in the world, though. So
No,
like,
Probably.
We'll be over.
the other day.
that's a hot dog.
I like it
I'm
without the
I'm eating
beans,
chili. I'll bring it over.
You can do it like that too. You can do chili no beans.
Onion, extra
Yeah,
onions,
yeah,
extra
yeah,
cheese.
yeah, yeah.
Show up with
Like on a cold day like
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
that's when you go to Coney. Forget the hot dog.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
go for the chili.
Chili.
I don't want to.
Awesome. Ain't nothing like it.
Listen, I'm
She
not
wants the
skipping
hot
the
dog.
winner, okay? You can't.
He has to get the hot dog.
You know what? I know you're not over there.
Ding, 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 ding.
I have to have the wiener.
I'm gonna ring this bell.
So my 10-year-old made General Tao chicken today.
What?
Right there.
Yeah, and chicken
didn't
stir
ever
fry.
do that.
He made 2 different kinds.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
you know what?
Can I buy your 11-year-old?
Look,
I'll buy
Me
him.
first.
Oh my gosh, she's cooking.
Oh fuck yeah, he's cooking.
Yeah.
Look, that was his stir fry.
Looks good.
Yeah. And then this was his
I
general
feel
hot
his hair.
chicken.
It's what's killing me. He's making
I
his
I look like Bowser.
No, he just likes to cook.
That's
Like,
He's got
Hold me the
allergies, so
phone.
teach him at home because
Like, you like home.
How me in this bitch? Where my socks?
What? Homie the clown.
How me the clown? Go good?
Are we too loud?
We go.
There's nobody else here now.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Oh, hell yeah! Sorry.
We can't nip it.
Oh, okay. We got some noise.
So that was the wrong thing for Dave to tell you.
Hell yeah.
One show?
No,
You on this one
I
show?
don't listen at all.
Have you seen the car bar yet? And Hamtramck?
Bitch all day.
It's right on Compound Emmons.
Kids' toes this year.
It's really cool.
I haven't been back to Hamtramck since I moved out of Hamtramck.
It's really cool.
What's that song Rick Ross got?
I don't want to take my brand new ride down there. They smashed my Impala 9 times.
I always thought that hook
I have a
was hilarious.
2016 Chrysler 200S.
Got you just tiptoeing on marble floor.
It's out there in the parking lot.
This is what I'm fat.
Get out of here.
4 bags of chips later.
Mancha.
Hey, live the dream.
I am.
I'm just
I've
saying,
never had a problem
I'm like,
getting
all right, 42 carbs, 28 carbs.
What is going on?
Tiptoeing on that marble top.
Nobody touched it.
I saw it. We just need the staple gun.
I need to turn my vibrator off, guys. I'm sorry.
Sorry. That was a man.
She's sitting on it.
It's my underwear. It's my remote underwear.
Guess who has the remote?
See, at least Vinny's listening to my songs.
I listen to the first one. I'm sorry.
Vinny's just in.
Brownie.
Turn up Vinny really. You don't talk to him during breaks. He's just like, I listen to everything.
Oh, hit you with some future bars. Turn up.
Fuck.
Turn up. Turn up. Turn up.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up.
Fuck.
Shoot us.
Get it all out now.
Yeah, you know.
Fuck, shit,
Fuck, bitch, slut, whatever.
You heard of artificial aging, right?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Do you like them?
I love artificial. I love artificial aging.
So do I.
I've been trying to.
Sound good too.
I've been trying to book artificial aging for years.
You feel much better.
No.
I'm getting ready.
They're good. I
He
love
plays it
artificial
every
I see
night
him
on
on 2
our
weeks
show.
ago.
Better.
I go to all their
Because
gigs.
they played the Emerald.
I know, I was
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
But I left.
That was all on mine.
Who is next?
What is yours
I
on?
love this shit.
80s band.
It wasn't Dokken.
No, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Ah,
Left
what?
Lauren. I seen
Yeah, the hip hop guy comes out
Punch
with the
right in his
right.
fucking
Dude, he's not doing radio anymore. Mandel retired, man.
That's what I'm
Status.
fucking
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't like Doug.
Dump them all in there.
The guy I don't like is Meltdown.
Make it rain in this bitch.
I don't
Make
know.
it rain with the fucking shit.
He's on Riff.
What a
He's
chick
like the
said,
main
baby.
guy.
I know who
And
it is, but I just
I
don't
saw him at
know.
like Harley
You got
Fest.
them
I'm like,
bugs,
So mad.
I'm a huge fan of
Yeah.
Mr. Riff since I was a
Dude.
kid.
Well, yeah.
And he had his like goons around. Like, you can't talk.
Where's the bill?
I'm like, wait, you're a DJ.
Yeah.
Like afternoon drive on the Riff. Stop
She's
it.
not bullshit. You see
I was like, hey, I'm Ricky, a huge fan.
He's a legend in his own right.
I'm like, dude, he was always like second
Like,
fiddle to
you want
Arthur P.
tonight,
And
motherfucker?
Arthur P's a nice
What
guy.
time is it?
I know he's back in Detroit.
He is? I want to know what he's
I heard you
doing.
nice.
I want to know what he's doing now. Because he moved back from
He
Texas.
moved back from Texas with his kid.
Ringleader.
There has to be a reason because
I don't know. He's old.
he might have finally been like, hey, maybe
old.
he's in good
Oh,
job at
10 touchdowns in one
94.7.
game.
Arthur P. Now that Podell's gone.
Where does it go?
Right here, like
Signed to
this.
his radio shit. I heard that to get a
I remember when they got the
good
last BBW night.
Sound-
But he probably had like a certain amount of years.
I wasn't the worst one.
That's
I
probably
was
over.
very
I
good.
never caught that.
Photos.
Because usually when
Yeah, delete my photo.
they give you
Hell
the
yeah,
bio, they're like,
get
you
rid of all
can't do
that
radio
shit.
for 10 years.
It's been about 10 years.
So he's probably back because he's probably
Hey, I
a
had
good job.
Cause he's so
They probably won't
expressive.
offer him a job.
Yeah.
Hey, that motherfucker is probably like,
He was
Yeah.
He's a good
like,
dude.
Eyes wide, mouth.
He's
Yep.
super cool. My mom introduced me because she used to
I
come to his
know
house.
his face.
I used to
is
sit
crazy.
at
We're gonna go live in a minute. 40 seconds.
8 minute 40 seconds.
He's
These
old
are
as
the
dirt,
shit.
but he's
He's older than me.
He's the coolest
You
motherfucker
better
in
make
the
me
world,
go
man.
ham.
I
That guy
like
still
him.
pulls.
1 minute and
I
30
love
seconds.
shaped food.
He still pulls the girls. Like
I better just keep this down in my hand.
Arthur
Keep
Penhall?
bringing that bitch every
he's
time.
older than any
The
Rico. He still
dopamine
pulls.
rushes to my brain.
So there's a chance for me?
I'm gonna
There's
keep
a
bringing
chance.
that bitch.
Thank you.
Rich.
Ring for
There's
me.
always a chance.
Thank you for giving me that belief and shit.
There's always a chance.
Alright.
Bring that bitch.
Hey, you guys ready?
We ready.
No F
We're going in 1 minute.
No, man.
No, I'm giving you.
Vinny Rico.
Thank you, Snowy.
No
Thank you.
F-bombs.
No F-bombs.
No F-bombs.
I didn't drop no fucking.
Come on, Lo.
Yes, you did.
You just did.
Hey, this your music? This your music, Ricky?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
This reminds me of when I had this one job.
That's pretty
It's not a
vague,
bad
man.
thing. It's not a bad thing. It was a good thing.
Yeah, okay. The way you said it.
No, like,
You know what I'm
That
saying?
shit, you know, it was cool. It was real cool.
Like I had that one job where
That's
I
what
had
I
to
do.
like clean up after
Clean
like people
toilets
at
and
like a peep show and shit. Like that's how you like said it. It's fucked up. All good.
In
though.
15 seconds.
Oh, 15 seconds.
15
You can't
seconds.
swear. 15 seconds. Don't swear. Go.
4 seconds.
Oh yeah! We're back! Here we go! We're back! We are back! Detroit's back! Detroit's back!
What up?
This is on fire.
Detroit's back on PodcastDetroit.com. They're wild out. I shouldn't have gave them all that pop and chips. It's like a bunch
Yeah,
of
they're all
kids.
strung out now.
They are strung out.
I have eaten 9 bags of Doritos and 8 beers.
Pretty much. Back up from the microphone, Nick Speed, a little bit.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
No.
What is that, Ricky Bobby? Shit, I'm back up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Man, young nigga.
Wow, what happened?
This is serious catering you got going on.
After that serious rock and roll music, they're just like turned up.
Oh yeah.
I
we're
was
in.
fucked up.
Is
I
that a
can't
hip hop
lie.
thing getting turned up?
Yeah,
My
right.
shit
Yeah,
status,
Is
baby.
that a hip hop
hip-hop
thing?
thing.
I was ready to go
Turn
mosh
up.
pit.
That's
It's a mosh
right.
pit.
Getting
Where my
turned up.
mosh pit at? I need a mosh pit.
That's a thing, right?
That's the
Turned
thing.
up.
I go to that other studio
Turns up
up in
means
there.
having a
Nobody
good
said
time
that.
and
Yeah.
partying.
That's
Dude,
For
Vinny
Christmas,
Rico's
we need an
rocking
urban dictionary.
Yeah, no, people have tried, and I just don't get it. I don't get a lot of the
Quiet,
lingo.
Mandy.
I'm like the
You
the
never
metal
did,
guy.
bro. You never
yeah,
did.
no, I'm
Yeah.
totally ignorant
So-
to everything.
I want to tell you guys about this party I went to last night. Me and Mandy went to the BBW party.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was wonderful. I had lots of
I
glorious.
seen the
We
pictures.
had a deal. If you showed your boobies or your butt, you got something for free. We've seen it all.
Now, you know what?
Yeah, what are we getting? What were
An
they getting
edible.
for free?
An
It don't
edible.
matter what
So
you
like
get
the
for free.
average person.
I'm bringing
Yes.
something for free.
We
this
were
time.
gonna say we wanted
Hey, you
these.
can get Doritos and everything. for
And then I
free.
had this brilliant idea because all these titties were, being shown. I'm like, then why don't we like
There
give
you
them
go,
away
bro.
for dick?
And then I was like, no, that's
Yeah.
boring.
I was at the wrong.
Yeah, I'm like,
Pass
no,
me your dick and I'll give you a cupcake.
no.
Well, there has to be some reason I have this thing here.
So pretty much I'm
I
like,
know I got
He
this
won,
free.
he won.
I won,
pretty much
sorry.
I'm like, that's a bad idea, Mandy, because there was a lot of
I'm
old
not gonna tell you
guys.
what Nick Speed showed me for this brownie.
I just gave it to him for free, so he did it for nothing.
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
He did it for nothing.
You know what?
Did we talk about my brownie situation?
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
What did you do? A
So
brownie?
this
I
one
did.
time,
We'll talk about this later.
one time we gave Ricky some treats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, we gotta preface this
Okay.
by I'm not a pot guy
No.
at all.
No, not
You
at
know,
all.
I'm a drinker guy.
Yeah.
And way back in the Raw Radio X days, Snow's old friend used to make treats and all that. And They're like, Ricky, do you want one? I'm like, sure. Today's one of those days.
Because it tastes good.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna live it. And I took this whole brownie, probably 2.5 by 2.5.
Not the whole thing.
Yeah, you can't do a whole one of the
I
brownies.
ate the whole thing, and they're like, Ricky, where'd the rest of it go? I'm like, I ate it. And they're
In
like,
my belly. It went in my belly.
They're like, you what?
Mommy,
Hey, was it good though? Like, was you
No,
like,
it tasted
ooh,
phenomenal.
this is good.
It tasted phenomenal, but the thing was, I had to work. I had to engineer all the shows on Sunday.
I don't think you were doing much of
I
anything.
didn't do anything. I was on the couch in the green
Stoned
room,
out.
just like on the couch. I'm like, I can't get up. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This is horrible. I'm like, thank goodness somebody showed up early, and I'm like, you have to run the rest of the day. I'm not getting up off this couch.
Listen, we give them really good directions. Only eat half.
That's
Well,
a
you
lot.
told me I was only supposed to eat the corner.
Yeah.
Since I'm not experienced.
I'm not eating half of this.
You know, and I ate
No way.
the whole thing in
You'll
one
sleep
fall
till
swoop. I
tomorrow.
just shoved it in my mouth and ate it.
Or
And I'm like,
maybe
oh, this is
Wednesday.
good.
Gotta get it all.
20 minutes later, I was dead to the world for the next 9 hours.
Sleep good, don't you?
Yeah, I slept
She
great
makes
on
the
that
best brownies and
on
best
that-
edibles. Her and
on that
Mandy.
cold couch in the dank Russell. That was great. I woke up at midnight like, where
She
am
did
I?
it on
Everybody's
purpose.
gone.
I did not. I told them not to eat it.
No,
I ate it.
There was this poor lady
I
last
like it when you eat
night,
it.
and I gave her half of a cookie, and then she bought a cookie and ate it. And I told her, don't just eat this cookie I'm gonna give you. And she had to go for the gold, and I'm like, where's your guys' friend at? And they're like, she went home.
I had no self-control.
I know, because it just tastes,
tastes
so
so
good.
right.
It's
It was
just
so
a shot
good.
at
Yeah.
me.
You know what though? Like,
Girl.
see, I'm gonna tell you what steered me away from all these
Well,
edibles.
what
Why?
was it?
My one homie, right? Like, you know, he's like one of my OG dudes or whatever. It was like this big night. Like, it was actually it was movement once again. So it's always movement. You know, it's a lot.
Bad things happen.
Yeah. So
Don't go, kids.
the homie,
Yeah, I went once.
He's
I'm like,
like-
not doing that again.
he's like, yeah, he has like the biggest show of his life. Like, I know he did big shows, but this is like
Yeah.
the 30th anniversary of like the techno gods and all this. He's on the bill. So we like, I remember he was asleep at the desk, like he was knocked out. We was like, all right, we'll just meet you down there. So he never shows up.
Slept.
So then I remember we went back.
Oh no,
We
he
ended-
missed it.
He missed it.
Oh,
So we came back and he
no.
was sitting there in the same place, sleeping. Like,
Didn't
I was
miss a
like,
beat.
bro, I'm not ever trying that shit. Like, I'm
No,
done. I'm
no.
good. I'm straight. Like, it's definitely. He'd be like, yeah, man, it's that butter, man. You know what I mean?
It is.
It glows in the dark when I
It
make
is.
it. Let
It
me tell you.
does.
So
Does.
that kind of scared me a little bit. Like, you know, really, I'm scared of drugs. I don't know about y'all, but you know, besides,
He had
besides,
so much.
besides a couple little, yeah, man, them drugs, man, they be going crazy. Y'all gotta be careful
Hey,
with that stuff.
Dude, I had my-
Everything in moderation.
Dude, I had
people.
my thing with drugs, and now I'm just like, yeah, I'll just get drunk as shit. Drunk as hell. I'll get drunk as hell, and that's kind of my thing. You know, I ain't gonna.
Who was that, Lex?
Come
It was
on.
a lightweight beat.
I ain't gonna mess
That
with
was
it.
little-
The word,
Yeah.
so it was like,
I ain't gonna mess with
Little
it.
soft
You know, I'm
bill.
just gonna drink, and
Tinkerbell.
I'll get drunk.
I
you know,
can't handle the alcohol.
Either
I'm sick
can
for
I,
days.
man. I
That's
can't handle
the
it.
And I could
beauty of
have
it.
2
Look,
That's
drinks.
the beauty of it.
That's
for
the
20.
beauty of it.
Because you don't want to
Hey,
drink.
low-key,
every time
alcohol
I-
is the worst drug out of all of them.
Because
It's
every
terrible.
time,
It is.
every time you get drunk, you're like, I'm never gonna do it again, and that's when you get your.
and then you
That's
do
when
it
you feel
again.
good about your life.
Okay,
Like, I'm
wait.
gonna change. I'm gonna be better. And then Friday comes around.
And then you
again.
do it
Who
again.
remembers the drunkest they ever were? I do.
I do too.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
if you remember it, that was a horrible drunk.
Oh, no.
All right, listen, we gotta
I
talk about.
decided I wasn't doing that ever
Yes.
again.
Listen. So I gotta shout out Smokers Alley in Roseville. I told them about all our lovely activities, and the guy makes these little boxes.
What is the little box?
I was wondering
It's a
what that was.
stash box.
Everybody should have one of those.
Did you bedazzle it or did they?
Yeah,
bedazzle it?
I bedazzled it myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely
It's awfully
somebody.
sparkly.
But I wanted to give a shout out
That's
to
pretty cool.
Smokers Alley in Roseville, because I'm trying to get one for all my friends.
Where are they at?
They're at Martin and Gratiot on the right side next to a air gun paintball store, Smokers Alley, but they are way cheaper than the gas station. They're way cheaper than some of the other stores in the area. And with me buying massive amounts of smoke supplies,
Yeah.
I always try to go where I get the best deal. And Smoker's Alley, I would say they're almost half the price of what other places are. I went to the other place down the street, and they had these new blunts. They're called King Palms. I don't know if you guys are about that life yet, but you will be real soon. It's like the newest thing. It's like this giant palm. It's like this giant palm leaf that people are smoking out of, and it has a filter and stuff on it. It's really cool, all natural, no tobacco.
Oh,
But they were
yeah.
$4.
Generation stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like vegan. Let's go vegan, all natural, no GMO. I'll smoke out of a palm leaf. I
Oh,
mean, all these blunts
Is it
I
an
be
actual
smoking.
palm?
When we were
leaf?
kids,
Palm
we used to
tree?
smoke out of oranges and apples.
Right. So I mean,
Yeah.
I used to Pepsi cans.
oh yeah, that's
Oh,
all.
you get that heavy metal. That's what went wrong
Yeah.
with you.
That's why I'm heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Hey, in my real poor days, I might have ripped the leaf off of a plant.
Right.
Just
Chewed on it for a
rolled that
minute.
thing. It wasn't dry or nothing.
That's a maple
Right.
tree.
That's a maple tree. That's
I
Maple
put it
tree,
in the
take a leaf.
microwave.
In my real poor days, yeah, I might have.
Yeah, VJ Stroken Folds commenting, and he says Smoker's Alley is way cheap.
Oh,
So
no shit.
I just want to give a shout out to the homies at Smoker's Alley because they
Yeah.
always
DJ stroking.
be hooking me up with stuff for free and giving me cool little presents.
Free's
And
good.
now they got these little smoker boxes, and you can decorate them yourself. And
That's
I'm always about supporting my local people. So shout out to Smoker's Alley. And like I was saying before, Plump Playmate party yesterday. Next Sunday, the Plump Playmates are gonna be on
Oh,
DetroitPodcast.com and
So
We're
what
gonna
is
throw down-
that for people that are ignorant like me?
all right, Plump
what is it?
Playmates
You don't need
are.
any special guests, do you?
I'll be right.
Next week.
The
The
Detroit Plump
Make it a
Playmates.
little serious.
The Detroit Plum Playmates are a group of voluptuous, big, beautiful women, and they do entertainment.
Oh,
They do
sure.
dancing.
stands for.
I mean, and at all their parties, they have great snacks. Last night they
You
had
are
chicken
crazy.
wings. Last night they had chicken wings
Pizza.
and steak bites. And
Oh,
They had their titties out.
They
Right.
did.
Titties out, meatballs, and all
They had meatballs and
Titties and
titties.
steak.
You know,
Steak
titties
bites
gotta
and
eat.
steak.
It was delicious.
Sounds good to me.
That's a party.
It was.
You got
It
me
was
at
a great.
meatballs.
It was a great
I don't
party.
need no meatballs. Cause
He just eat titties and steak. And
titties and
steak
steak
great.
bites.
Anyone that has
I don't
titties
need
and steak, that's like the man's place.
I'm just handing them out. I'm handing out steak bites all
I'm handing
night.
out
So next
steak bites
Sunday-
with a handful of titties.
Next Sunday, we're gonna have the Detroit Plum Playmates
I don't know if I
out
should have a handful of titties
on
or snake bites. Which one?
PodcastDetroit.com.
They're gonna be on the show.
Yeah,
I'm
they're gonna be
balancing
on the
everything
show
out.
next Sunday from 8 to 10 p.m.
Can I bring singles?
You can bring singles.
All right.
But,
Okay.
the
I'll
number
be
one.
single that night.
Oh, wait, that's not your
Bring
first
singles,
time.
they will get naked.
Oh! You know I love you.
Oh,
I'm just joking. I love you.
but it's true.
I might,
Oh!
I might open up every bag right here and make you ring with all chips. You feel me?
DJ's here on here commenting like Plump Playmates. I want some steak bites.
Steak bites. You feel me? You feel me, cuz? You
You
feel me?
just gotta
Yeah.
get you some titties and steak.
Titties and steak bites. Which one do you want your hands full of?
Both.
Both.
I'm married. I want the steak bice.
Yeah.
Look at Vinny's
Good,
face out here
good
lying.
answer. Very good answer.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, you can't get me out. Because I know my wife's listening. Yeah, I want steak bice.
So,
Yeah,
Ricky.
steak bice.
So, Ricky.
Yes.
AKA titties.
How do you feel about coming here and doing the radio show at PodcastDetroit.com?
What?
How do you feel about coming here and doing the radio show on
Doing
podcast?
what radio show?
This one.
The one you're on
Oh,
presently
oh.
right now.
Oh,
Jesus, do you know where you're at?
I'll
Oh,
reach
why
right
you wanna
back.
talk about
Uh,
titties and
From 8
steak
to
bites?
10.
Right. Let's go back to the real
I'll shoot in every once in a while.
Are you gonna come next week for Detroit?
I feel like I'm getting backed into a corner
I think
here.
you should.
I think I'm getting backed
I
into a
think
corner.
you should.
I could probably be
Hey, keep the
convinced
camera rolling,
to
Snow Bunny.
to come.
It sounds like you might have a really good time.
Well,
Yeah,
I think next week you should come by and just, see what that life's about. And if you want, bring a wife.
yeah.
I mean,
Now
It's that
that,
kind of
there
party.
you go. Okay.
She might like it. She
I
might
like
like
it.
it.
Good option.
there'll be snacks.
I like white.
They'll be
Say
beer.
right.
White meat titties.
Yeah, I don't think my
Other
wife would
people's
be into
wives
it.
are
My
like-
wife would be like, well, how many carbs are in those meatballs?
She gonna be like, how
Oh,
many
she's like
carbs
that.
is
I'll
Yeah,
bring
my
her
wife's
some
a thin
carrot
girl.
sticks.
My wife's a thin girl. Yeah.
That might be more appealing.
She's gonna
She
be
might be like,
how
you know what? I think I want
Ricky's
some
gonna be
steak
cool like, well,
bites.
that's just disgusting.
Right, he gonna be the one talking about, oh, this is gross.
Right.
This is
can't
ridiculous. What are they doing?
I can't even see her
Feminist power,
tongue.
ladies. Feminist
Wait,
power.
is she gonna be like, how many carbs are in those titties?
How many carbs is in those
You can't even see her thong get sucked into her ass.
And they'll say 0 carbs unless you count the butter that is dripping between the cleavage. And I don't know how many carbs are in butter, but
A lot.
What did I just missed the whole
Yeah,
part about
yeah,
butter and
yeah,
cleavage?
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Calories.
next Sunday, make sure you guys tune
I'm
in
sick.
to the Plum Playmates. I'm gonna have some DJ Assault playing for you guys.
Oh,
Some True Live Crew. We're gonna
After
throw in
this?
the mix. So shout out to Detroit Plum Playmates.
Can I throw out
What's up?
a promo real quick?
Yeah, go do it.
All right, New Day Revolution, the band I'm actually playing in. We are playing December 2nd at Simon's After Dark in Allen Park with Reject Science,
Fantastic.
Red Baron, and a bunch of awesome rock bands. A couple out-of-towners, and it's going to be a great time. Have a Ricky Rocks burger while you're there.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
still serving the Ricky
yes,
Rocks
they
burger?
still have the Ricky
Yes.
Rocks burger down at Simon's.
That was in the inception of our
DJ
early
Assault.
days.
Yes, it's the Ricky Rocks burger. It's
Well,
alive and
man.
well at Simon's After Dark in Allen Park.
Good
It used
combination.
to be a big rock venue. Now it's kind of the error toward the way of they do a lot of hip hop there now for you guys. Simon's
Oh yeah,
After Dark
we've been
in
to
Allen Park.
Simon's.
Yeah, they have the Ricky Rocks burger there, and they don't do a lot of rock anymore. But since I'm Ricky Rocks, I can do whatever the hell I want there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where's your
Nice.
shout out? It's right here. Shouting you out.
Yeah, that's a shout
People
out.
are saying, "Where's my shout out?"
Shout them out.
Shout them out. So Ricky, you're
Shout
gonna
'em
be here
out
next
loud.
week.
Let him out.
I'll see what I can do.
Cut him off.
You gotta commit to it. No, I'm just joking.
Well, I got committed
He's
to
not ready
on
for committed.
air.
He can't even commit to me, so it's okay.
Let dude go.
I have a hard time committing to my wife.
We don't know.
I made him sit in the corner because he can't control his mouth. No, I'm just joking.
For
I really
local.
didn't. Don't look at me like I'm evil.
It's a Four Loco thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I can make it out
You
next
give it on that.
weekend, I will come out next
Okay,
weekend.
okay.
If I can make it.
So Vinny, anything you want to shout out?
Shout out. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and thank you for inviting me
Vinny,
to your first show.
We're gonna go old times.
What?
Get on the mic.
Y'all shout out.
Shout out. I don't have anyone to shout out to.
What
Shout
about
out to his couch in his next Netflix series.
Damn. What about you, Alexis?
What's up? This is Alexis Alana. I am goddess. I am queen. I am everything. And I'm shouting out my Nam brothers, Nick Speed and Super MC New Age Millennium, about to crack y'all heads with this project in 2018. And shout out to Titan Records. Shout out to Iconic Management. Shout out to the whole hood. HP for life.
Yeah.
I love her.
What about you, Mandy?
I think Alexis set it off.
That it? We wrapping it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you know, I ain't got no shout outs. I just want to ring this bell one time.
I want to shout Snow Bunny. Thank you for
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out Snow
for your
Bunny.
first show
Hey,
here.
you know
at
what? You know what
Podcast
though?
Detroit.
Hold on. Like, Snow Bunny always has the best hospitality, right?
Yes, we
And
love
she
you.
still came through with snacks.
This is like
Came
craft
through with
catering.
the
With-
snacks.
she came with the
I got
snacks.
brownie. I got all
Came with
type
the
of
open
stuff.
bar.
Don't worry.
You
we'll
are
get it.
consistent, Snow
We're
Bunny. I
gonna,
can't
we're gonna
lie.
step it up. I'm sure we're gonna have some
We're gonna
catering
figure
next
So
week.
thank you,
and
Snow
stuff.
Bunny, for having me on.
I love you
appreciate it.
guys.
Love you too.
Love you too,
Snow.
yo.
Much
Karen,
love,
I'll
much
let you pick the
love.
song. You can pick whatever you want out of the Detroit's Back folder. Detroit's Back, live on PodcastDetroit.com every Sunday, 8 to 10 p.m. with my people. Bye. Keeping it real. All right, I'll see you guys next week with the Plump Playmates. HP, Speedo.
See, I'm with you.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, good pick.
Hey,
You hear that?
pop
We
your
like the
collar.
girls with the boom.
That's
That was a good
perfect to
pick.
close the show with.
So I picked the right one.
She picked good.
Yeah, whenever you
I
go
trained
through
you well.
Royce, pick the right.
Still knocking them down like a motherfucker.
I like the girls, boom. Hey.
Oh gosh.
Thanks, guys,
That
for
was
coming.
awesome.
Dude, I appreciate it, kiddo.
Running
Yeah.
amok.
Okay, so in the next day or so, Dave will upload this to your SoundCloud page, and then they'll category in there. So
Okay.
all of them will be on SoundCloud.
Okay.
And then, so you'll just direct everyone to SoundCloud because they download for your stream them live.
Okay.
Okay.
So he'll create me a different SoundCloud
Oh my
thing?
gosh,
Okay,
I gotta
cool.
go.
It'll be under the Podcast Detroit page, and then you'll have a station under the page.
Oh.
So when you go into your sound,
Yo,
know where
but
mine's
you
at. When
should
you go
have
into
been
your
there, though.
SoundCloud,
When we came from that shit at the Bell area, his ass was crying, laughing the whole night.
I got a
He
new
was
phone
"Nick,
and none of
what
my
is
shit
wrong
signed
with
in."
you?"
Holy
We
cow.
was drinking Hennessy though, that's why. When
So,
they have
Ricky,
a
we
couple
gotta talk
drinks,
about this diesel thing,
it will
too.
be like that.
Yeah, dude, basically, pretty much what I told you, whatever you want to do. You know, even if it doesn't work into those dates that I gave you, if you want to do something like next year or something like that, because I know those dates are kind of weird, but I pretty much
how's
have.
it go? Do they have like a budget? Like, did they pay for a DJ?
It depends on what it is, and you know, if it's somebody that's well known, I got to run it through Mike, who's gonna run through the Scroys, and all that. So it kind of depends on who it is. It's not a budget per show. It's kind of like a budget per. Like if you're like, hey, DJ so and so wants to play, it's gonna cost this much. Now I got to run that through.
Bucks, like including
That shouldn't be a problem.
for like a DJ. Then I could pay like one good act.
Yeah, because if it's 500, I could probably get Mike Scott to sign off on that, no problem.
So I can pay a DJ and a main act. That's what I.
It depends
That's
on how
what I
much the
want to-
whole thing would
That's what I'm
cost.
saying. Well, I'm saying at 500 a budget is what I figured for like a DJ and a good act, and then everything else.
Is the draw going to be good?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's a.
Because the only thing they charge for is if you're just running, you've been to D's before,
Yeah.
right? If you're just running the lounge side, it comes out to $150. You got to pay for the sound guy and the door guy.
Okay.
And so, if it's something like that, where it's gonna be like $500,
It'd be like $650 with that.
It'd be $650 altogether.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be, how much would you want to charge at the door?
I don't know, like 10 or 15.
Okay, so yeah, I was thinking like 10.
Okay.
You know, if 10, as long as there's gonna be more than 65 people.
Yeah, because like I'm talking, I actually talked to Maestro because they just did that beat battle thing and the turnout was like fucking insane.
Yeah, if it's something like that, and I could be
Leave it?
like, yeah,
Bye,
we
everybody.
are gonna
Thank
be.
you.
Bye.
Take it easy, man.
Take it easy.
Bye,
Be
Vinny.
safe. Call
If
me.
it's something like that where it's gonna be, if it's gonna be easy like that, I can be like, Mike,
Hey, I'll
it's gonna
call
be
you
big.
tomorrow,
All right, call me.
If
Yeah,
I'm like, Mike, it's gonna be big.
I
you
just
know,
want to pay a good DJ and then be able to pay a good act. Like
Yeah,
a couple
if-
bucks.
if-
You know what I'm saying? I figure 300 and then 200 per DJ.
yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Send me who you have in mind for that, and then I'll send that along to Mike, and I'll be like, Mike, let's give this a shot.
Okay.
You know, because he's paying $4,000 for rock bands, so I
Right.
don't think it should be a big
Right,
deal.
right, right.
You know, but it's